Check, check. Check, check. Woodford County football is on the air. Brought to you tonight by Woodford County Public Schools. Jack Kane Ford. University Healthcare, Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine. Carroll Floor Covering. Falling Springs Rec Center. Ricardo's. Collision Masters of Lexington. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians. Dough Daddies. The Warsh House. Little Mozart Piano Academy. And by Family Wealth Group. Good evening and welcome to tonight's broadcast of Woodford County High School football on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network, courtesy of WD Sports Productions. I'm Darren Douglas, along with my camera person tonight, or cameraman tonight, Eric Tippett. Looks like I'm going to be doing it solo for a little while. Maybe we'll have Woodford County Judge Executive James Kay join us here in a little bit. It's Woodford County against MUNFORD. The Cougars out of Tennessee. They've made the 6-hour trek, brought a nice little crowd across the way with us, and we're glad they're here to join us here in Central Kentucky tonight. Beautiful weather here in Versailles as we get you set for this kickoff. We're about 16 minutes away from the kickoff here in Versailles. It's a beautiful night for football. Unseasonably warm tonight. It was actually the mid-80s today for a high here in Kentucky in this area, and they're expecting it sometime after midnight to drop to around 50 to 52 degrees. We'll see what happens as the night goes through. No rain in the forecast, and as soon as I say that, I'll knock on wood because I jinxed this the last time. But it's Woodford County and MUNFORD, first time they've ever met, and we will tell you that they come in 2-0. They're off their bye week from last week, and they are led by a Kentuckian. Slade Calhoun is the head coach, and he played his football down in Mount Vernon, Kentucky. And for those of y'all that don't know where that is, that's Rockcastle County. He is a Kentucky boy, and I just talked to him about 15 minutes ago, and we talked nothing about his football team. We talked about Kentucky basketball. We talked about the Kentucky Derby and Keeneland. So you can tell where his heart still lies when he comes back to this area. He said, I'm going to have to quit coming to visit so much because I get homesick. I think he's in his 6th year down there at MUNFORD, and he is doing a bang-up job. And for those folks of Woodford County that saw Woodford play Rockcastle County a few times in the past, he's going to run an offense that is similar to what he ran as a player under Coach Tom Larkey, the legendary coach at Rockcastle County. And we'll see that version of that offense here tonight with his ball club. So we'll see that as it comes to fruition this afternoon. I want to welcome all the folks that are down there in Tennessee, down in MUNFORD, listening and watching tonight. We're glad you're with us on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. We have really
appreciate it. I do appreciate your athletic record. He actually promoted this game on Facebook, on their Facebook page. So I appreciate him doing that for us down in Tennessee. So glad you're with us on the broadcast here this evening. Well, if you like and subscribe, you can do that underneath the channel here. We appreciate you doing that. But I'm going to take a little break. We're going to be back and hear from some of those fine sponsors on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. Woodford County Public Schools continues to invest in their students by giving them the tools to have a lifetime of success through the Fortune of Learner program that provides competency, skills, and success. Competencies are a resilient learner. problem solving. WCBS Cross out important significant play and also like Jack King Forward. I've got a couple of things that will tell you about coming up in Jack King Forward outside of their first weekend over the top dealership. Let's see. Also coming up later in October the 25th. Matter of fact, Saturday, I don't think it's just around the corner. But from noon to 4, they're having their fall festival, classic cars, trucks, and bikes. Second annual cruise in. They'll have over 50 vehicles that'll be there in receive custom magnetic dash in black. Cars will all be parked on the blacktop there. There will be no field behind the dealership or mud or anything there. Bring your buddy, pop a tent, plant your chairs, enjoy the day. They'll also have live music, food trucks, vendor village, and a kids zone with inflatables. So you can't pass that up. That's Jack King 4. And they also have a hot air balloon ride. You're going to find me at one of those, sorry. I like my feet on firm there. Thanks. That's Jack King 4. Call them today where service isn't just lip service, practice every day. Also by Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians. Gary doctors of Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians have served people in Woodford County for more than 3 decades. All doctors are board certified to ensure your family receives the diagnostic, preventative, and therapeutic care you need. For appointments, call them at 859-873-9188 or visit them at LexingtonClinic.com. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, the choice comprehensive care in Woodford County. I'll give you one more. This guy has been around a long time. Steve Carroll, 40 plus years in business. Downtown for sales. Carroll Floor Covering is a small family-owned business that's been operated by the Carroll family for those 45 years. Tile, carpet, laminate, hardwood, LVP, or vinyl. Carroll has it for you in a variety of colors. Contact Steve Carroll today for a free estimate at 859-873-6919. Well, we're about 9 minutes away from the kickoff of this one here tonight, and the sun sets, so we apologize if there's a glare off of our...
The Woodford County Quarterback Club would like to recognize the following sponsors for their support of football at all levels in Woodford County. We thank you and appreciate your generosity. Morgan & Morgan, John Rabinovich, City National Bank, J&B Food Mart, Damon's Barber Shop, Collision Masters, EBX Logistics, Horse House, Gold Marketing, Family Dental Center of Frankfort, Workout Anytime, Railroad Drug of Midway, Kentucky Farm Bureau of Woodford County, Fast Science of Louisville,
numbers for Round City.
Deliberation Marketing. Rolling Oven. Southern Comfort Heating and Air.
The first quarter or so, but it's going to get pretty
Robin Financial. Full Court Social. Brittany James Photography. Bluegrass Sporting. Apollo Lab Services. Woodford Physical Therapy. G&J Pepsi. Collier's Concrete. Height Heating and Air. Central Equipment. VERSAILLES Pediatrics. WC Clinic. Kentucky Center for Oral Surgery. Clark Legacy Center. Document for Sales. Hands-on Originals. And Woodford Property Management. Please support these sponsors who support us. Go Jackets.
A lot of stuff going on here in Central Kentucky. We're glad you're with us. And again, for the folks from Tennessee down there in MUNFORD, we appreciate you joining us, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast this evening. Bear with me again. I'm going to try to pull this off by myself. I've done baseball several times by myself.
Woodford captains coming out number 20, Jordan Diallo. Number 39, Ty Henry. And number 45, Deontay Johnson.
Jordan Diallo. He's captain tonight. Looks like 30. Ty Henry. General President, that is Grace Allen, who is that's up to the seat here.
Also for the Yellow Jackets, number 30, Reese Allen. And number 72, Dylan Branson.
As well as the captain tonight. So for let's see. I tell you what, I was talking to them, like I said, talking to their athletic director earlier this week. It was really a neat thing to see because I got quick responses for everything I've asked for, and also nice size crowd coming with us. They do have a really good crowd. I would say probably 100 people go anymore. And they wrote the cheerleaders. So we appreciate that. Some schools that were in 20 miles wasn't doing cheerleaders, so they just go away. So we just happened to trying to see who the captain is for MUNFORD.
Captain for MUNFORD Cougars, number 8, Carlos Mason. Number 10, Antarius Tarver. Number 25, Dial Dorn. And number 80, Landon Talley.
So, Woodford County, this is their captain's meeting. Got Coach Johnson out there. Say hi to the captains there for
the National High School Federation and the Kentucky High School Sports Athletic Association require officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. High school athletics emphasize positive values. All of us have worked hard to create a sense of teamwork, respect, responsibility, and perspective. We remind you that we expect good behavior and will quickly penalize misconduct. We encourage and appreciate your help. Let this competition reflect mutual respect among all participants and officials. Good luck and have a great contest.
Well, probably 100 here to set up my camera on this screen.
Can't see that camera screen at all. Tell me, the picture is a little bit clearer because that sun started to drop over across the way, but it was right in my eyes. Folks, we down in Tennessee, a lot of folks will tell me that because I'm getting older, I can't see. I'll tell you what, Coco's Calvin, I'll look you guys down there in Tennessee to tell me. I'm fixing this on the air, but I am ecstatic to be able to read your team's numbers. Even with the knockdowns last week, it's so hard to read Great Crossing. We're about 20 minutes away from us here, and then it was even worse the week before. People in Ohio came in here with white jerseys.
Munford wins the toss. They defer to the second half.
Number and a built-in room number around. I couldn't see them either. Looks like Woodford County may have won the toss, I believe. Munford deferred, I guess, when the toss deferred, and Woodford County has that football. Just like Woodford County always does since Tennessee's been here. They take the football. Most coaches decline their options to the second half. So we'll see what happens with the Woodford County offense. Matter of fact, we'll give it to you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem by the Woodford County High School Marching Band.
The Woodford County High School Marching Band with our national anthem, and two young people, one in a 54 white jersey and then one in the gray 72 jersey, were a couple of students, it looks like, from rather special needs programs at the high school. Glad to see Coach Dennis Johnson doing that. Let's give you the Woodford County offense as I have it. The left tackle is Carson Bugg, 6'6", 290 and a senior. The left guard, Caleb Cottle, 5'10", 265 and a senior. The little one on this group is Cameron Johnson, 6'3", 260 and a sophomore. Justin Perez, 6'4", 310 and a junior, is the right guard. And the right tackle is Dylan Branson, as I have it, 6'3", 245 and a sophomore. The quarterback is Fox Coons. He goes 6'5", 220 and a junior. His receiving core is Omari Joyner at the X receiver, 6'1", 180 a junior. The H-back is Grayson Hodge, 5'8", 165 and a junior. The Y receiver is Jalen Johnson, 5'10", 165 and a senior. And the Z receiver is Cale Ryder. He is 5'10", 160 and a junior. The running back is Darian Tomlin, coming off his highest career rushing game. Of course, last year as a sophomore, he spent most of the time injured, couldn't really get on track. Had 151 yards rushing last week in the victory over Great Crossing. Defensively for Mumford, this is how we expect them to line up. They'll line up in a 4-3. The rush end is DeMonte Williams. The defensive tackle is Kylan Sharp. The nose is Landon Cunningham. The defensive end is Dakota Lum. The Mike linebacker or middle linebacker is Braxton Grant. The star linebacker is D.K. Burton. The money linebacker is Caleb Polk. The corners are Chase Butler and Larry Anderson. The weak safety is Bryson Turnage. And DeQuavion Bell is the free safety. Woodford County and Munford for the first time ever. Woodford County playing any kind of school from Tennessee and any other sport besides wrestling. And I think girls basketball went down and played in the Smoky Mountain Classic, I think, a couple of years ago. So it'll be Woodford County going left to right on your viewing device. We're glad you're with us. And as always, my buddy down in San Antonio, Texas, Kevin, in trouble with his wife again, down in the man cave. Kevin, I hope you have a great weekend. Lucas Crowell will do the kicking off for the Cougars in their all white from head to toe, the red stripe or maroon stripe down the pant leg, the maroon numbers. Looks like the big red M on the side, or the maroon M on the side of the helmets. Woodford County with the little yellow jacket on the sides. Gray jerseys, white numerals, the gold trim, and the black pants. And I'm not a fashion guy, but I like the white pants with this look for Woodford instead of the black. But I don't say anything, right? Back deep for Woodford County. In the middle is Grayson Hodge. The two guys up in front of him. Looks like Christopher Reed Jr. is the nearest guy, and I think that's Rytar on the far side, I believe. I'm not sure. They're going to kick it on sides, and they'll get it right here. I think he touched it before the 50. Let's see. And Woodford County, if anybody been paying attention, and I was during warm-ups, their kicker was working on that the whole time. So an onside kick, and Munford gets the football to start things, and Woodford County was sleeping. So the Cougars will get it 1st and 10 at the Woodford County 49-yard line. And I think Coach Calhoun just made his old coach, Coach Larkey, smile. Because that looked like a Tom Larkey thing to do. 1st and 10, Cougars. And it's kind of the old wing T look. They give it off on the double or the inside handoff. This is 23 for the Cougars. And you'll get 2 yards on the gain. And I'm going to ask for your forgiveness on the down marker on the scoreboard on our thing here, because it's just Eric and I tonight, so I'm going to have to do a lot of different things. 23 was Bryson Turnage, the senior running back. He got about 2.5. It'll be 2nd down and 7, so we'll give him 3. Bunch formation again. And they shift everybody from one side to the other. So same formation now to the right. They center directly to Starks. He drives through, and he's gone to the house, it looks like. Nope, they're going to get a flag behind the play here. And I think they're going to get maybe a sideline warning on Woodford County. That was Tay Stark, a sophomore, carried it from the Woodford County 46 down inside the Woodford County 15, actually the 20s at the 16, so give him a gain of 30. And this is what Woodford County is going to have to deal with. There's a lot of misdirection with this running attack for Munford. They snap it to Stark again, right up the middle. There's a Woodford County player down around the ankles. Can't see who that was. That was number 40 for the Jackets. Kane Springate, the freshman, playing in their linebacker right now. Woodford County on their heels with an onside kick and a big run. It's 2nd down and 5 after 5 for Stark. Starks to the left. They give it off on the inside handoff. And that is 23. That is Turnage. And he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him the 10. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 for the Cougars on the opening drive of the ball game after a successful onside kick. And they are 4 plays. They are in scoring territory. As it looks like Woodford County has DeMarcos Jones, At the Lightning end of it, can't tell, that might be Irvin is the nose. They shift it from left to right. Starks on the carry again at the 10. He'll get maybe to the 9, and that'll be all. He'll get 2. It'll be 4th and 2 now for the Cougars. And if Coach Calhoun is like his old Coach Larkey here in Kentucky lore, an opening kickoff of the game for an onside kick, he may roll the dice here and go for it on 4th and 2. Actually, it's between the 9 and 10, so we'll give him the 9. So it's 4th and a long 2 with 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Munford driving the football after the successful onside kick. They shift it again from left to right, and they kind of mix it up again. Motion man, they give it off on the inside dive, and it looks like he may have the first down. And I'm not sure where the ball's going to be marked. He needed to get to about the 7, maybe the 6. It looks like they're going to mark him just shy, maybe. Let's see. They said he got shy of the first down by about 6 inches. A great defensive stop for Woodford County. But I tell you what, if you're a Woodford County fan, if you thought Coach Calhoun was going to come up here and play conservative, yeah, right. The onside kick tells you all you need to know about that gentleman. And I will take that. But a nice defensive stop by the Woodford County front. And they'll take over 1st and 10. Fox Coons will come out and lead the Jackets up to the line of scrimmage. And Coons is having a really good first year as the starting quarterback for Woodford County. They'll throw it out in the flat, caught by Omari Joyner, and he'll get up over the 15 to maybe the 17-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 16. He got 9. Give him 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. So Woodford County, with their first play, gets a positive 9. Coons back to throw. Pump fakes, throws out here in the flat, and it's incomplete. He looked like he was to run the out and up to Jalen Johnson, but unfortunately he did not have enough time to throw that. As I mentioned, Coons is having a really nice first year as a starting quarterback for Woodford County. He's completing 73% of his passes on 40. I'm sorry, I don't have, that's the wrong one I've got. Oh well. Forget the numbers. 8:13 to play. It's 3rd down and less than 1. Carroll is the quarterback. Tomlin back in the pistol formation. Wing back high snap. Tomlin gets the handoff. He's going to be shy, I believe. He needed to get to the 18, and they're going to give him only the 17. So it'll be 4th and about 1, and Tomlin is down. Middle of that defensive front for Mumford. Sharp, and then the linebacker Grant on the stop for the Cougars, and it's going to be 4th and less than a yard. That's the problem you have when you're in the shotgun formation. You got the quarterback at least 4, maybe 5 yards deep. The running back is about 7 to 8 yards deep, and you only need less than a yard. You got a 6'5", 220-pound quarterback. Put him under center, let him go get the quarterback. Get the first down. Tomlin is up on his feet. I think he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him or maybe been a little funny. He really battled injuries last year. He got early on, he had a turf toe thing, and he came back a little bit from that and then had a knee injury, so it was like he couldn't get healthy. He's got 355 yards rushing this year. He is the leading ball carrier on numbers and on attempts. They actually gave him the first down. Wow. From sitting here, I couldn't tell, but he's 6 foot, They list him at 190, but I've been told he's closer to the 200 mark. First and 10, Woodford County from their own 17, their opening drive. 7:50 to play in the first quarter. Coons looking for the up and out. He overthrows Grayson Hodge. Now you can tell Coons' arm there, his arm strength. If he puts a little air under that, you overthrow Grayson Hodge, you've overthrown somebody. Because that young man can fly. It'll be second down and 10. And Coons really didn't step into that. He actually threw off his back foot. So it's second down and 10, Woodford County and Munford. Glad you're with us. Glad folks down in Tennessee have joined us. I will tell them, I was told by a friend of mine who grew up in Tennessee, but he was around Knoxville, told me that you all were close to Knoxville. He goes down the middle to Joyner. Joyner catches it 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And we have a flag behind the play, and I guarantee you it is going to be a sideline infraction on Woodford County. Now, I will tell you this, and I don't know how they work it in Tennessee with the officiating crews, but these officials are 5 yards off the out-of-bounds line here in Kentucky. I assume they are in Tennessee too. I don't know. But it doesn't matter what you have. And I just heard Dennis holler at his team. There's a yellow line that marks where the soccer team out of bounds line. He just told them, get up behind the yellow line. And the next word out of his mouth was, if it's not that good enough, we'll get you up against the bleachers. So I get it. Frustration with that because the officials are. It is a touchdown. It goes 83 yards to Amari Joyner. Joyner missed most of the season after an incredible first half of the season last year with a knee injury. Missed the entire basketball season. But he showed his knee is 100% on that one. Mason Wolf on to attempt the extra point. He's 9 of 10. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It was almost blocked. I didn't see I believe that was Sharp that came through. With 7:31 to play in the first quarter, it's Woodford County 7 and Munford nothing. Back with the kickoff in just a minute. I want to talk about Falling Springs Rec Center. It's experience endless fun and fitness at Falling Springs Rec Center. Right over here to the left as we look here at Community Stadium. From exciting youth programs to adult fitness classes, there's something for everyone regardless of your age. Join us for swim lessons, community events, and more. Be sure to check out their Silver Sneakers programs for seniors, making staying fit easier. Whether you're young or young at heart, we have the activities to keep you healthy and active. Discover more at FallingSprings.com. And, of course, there's several fans of Munford ate their dinner tonight before coming out here to Community Stadium. Ricardo's, a unique southern dining experience awaits you in historic Versailles for your dining pleasure. Combined with an upbeat atmosphere, that's Ricardo's, located just outside downtown. They feature everything from burgers to salads, offer entrees like fish and chips and the famous Kentucky Hot Brown. Take your family tonight to Ricardo's at 110 Frankfort Street, or you can call for carryout or curbside at 859-873-3663. Now we're going to get the sideline infraction of 5 yards. Now, I don't know if you can pick it up here if you see the official just out of our screen to our right. He is, actually you'll see one to 45. He'll disappear. Look where he's at. 5 yards off the field. Wolf kicks this one down here to the near side. It'll be fielded by Turnage at the 20. He'll spin back, goes all the way over to his right. He has an alley, breaks the tackle at the 27, gets up over the 35 to about the 40-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Good return by Turnage. You don't see too many teams, but we're going to get a block in the back at the 25. He got a great return, but it's going to come back after the 10-yard penalty. So Woodford County We'll give up as we get a injured player on the far side, and that's another Woodford County player on the far side. I think that was the young man who made the tackle.
Indication is holding against the receiving team.
So Woodford County will be the benefactor of a penalty against the Cougars, who will back it up inside their 20 to the 15-yard line. Some big games tonight going on in Kentucky. One that a whole lot of people will be interested about here in Versailles. Scott County is in northern Kentucky tonight to take on the Bluebirds of Highlands. Oh, that's right there. Who's at Highlands tonight? Never mind. I looked at. That's the last game of the year. Scott County plays at Highlands. Never mind. Sorry about Highlands is playing somebody tonight. I can't remember who it is. I'll look it up real quick for the Woodford County fans. But South Oldham is at North Oldham tonight. Last week the KHSAA had it as them playing last week each other, but no, it's this week. And folks, if you tune in to watch that game on any kind of streaming thing, put your sunglasses on because North Oldham has a turquoise turf field. Still doesn't beat Paris's, though it's orange. We go to that bunch formation again, a direct snap. Woodford County all over that, right in the middle of the line.
Looks like number 22, Jaden McKinney.
Jaden McKinney on another tackle for Woodford County with those. I tell you, I love those gray jerseys. One of my favorite set of jerseys Woodford wears. But got a yard. I think that was number 2. I believe that was. Well, daggone, what did I do there? I got so many papers up here, folks. It looks like the wind's blowing everywhere. Tay Starks on the carry, I believe that was, again, for the Cougars. 6:45, the clock moving here in the first half. Woodford County up 7-0 after an 83-yard touchdown pass from Fox Coons to Amari Joyner. Bunch formation in the backfield again. They move the H-back from right to left. Direct snap, inside handoff. I believe that's Turnage again. Up it's 15. Richmond on this carry. Zion Richmond. Jones with another tackle. Give him 3. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Now again, they will lull you to sleep with the Cougars. They've completed only 3 passes on the year. All 3 have gone for touchdowns. So efficiency personified when they throw the football. 3rd and 6 for the Cougars. The inside handoff. This is Turnage. He's trying to find room. Can't get free. And is tackled by the Mike linebacker, Eliza Tackett. Elias made a great stop, but the guy who made that play for Woodford County was the defensive end, or Thunder, as he's known, in the Diego Castillo, the 5'10", 240-pound senior for Woodford County. Loss of 1 to be 4th and about 7 for the Cougars. That crowd's grown over there from Munford. Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing to see because, like I said, Great Crossing here, and they had half that crowd, and they're about 20 minutes from here. Jackson Irvin's coming on late for Woodford County. This one kicked away. Grayson Hodge will let it hit. Thought about going to field it and backed away, and it's going to be down at the Woodford County 42-yard line. 42-yard punt. And Woodford County will take over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line with 5:05 to play in the first quarter. Jackets lead 7-0. Scott County is in Louisville tonight to take on winless Pleasure Ridge Park. Never thought I'd say those words. A winless ball club tonight. Just for Ryan Wilson, I'll just say this. Lloyd Memorial's hosting tonight, but they get a tough battle. They got Aiken out of Ohio. They give it off on the dive play to Aiden Powell. He may not have made the line of scrimmage. He didn't. He lost a yard. Grant on the stop, along with Kylan Sharp for the Cougars. Give him about a half a yard loss. We'll make it second down and 11, though. Trips to the short side, the left. One receiver back here to the right. Powell is offset in the backfield. They throw on the little out route. That is Jalen Johnson with his first catch of the night. Johnson, a senior, the nephew of head coach Dennis Johnson. His brother Derek is his father, one of the assistants, the line coach for Woodford County. Third down and about 7 now from the 45. Trips here to the near side. Rytar the widest. Then Johnson in the middle and Hodge. And they have 2 safeties deep, so they got a Tampa 2 look this time. Coons will roll right. He has room to run. Gets it over the 50. He'll have the first down and steps out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's what Fox needs to do a little bit of. I know he'd much rather sit in that pocket and wing it, but you know what? He's not as big, and I'm not making this comparison to him. It's unfair to make this comparison about this guy named Jared Lorenzen. But Jared can absolutely run for a 300-pound man. PA announcer telling folks across the way that have a beautiful view of the field here for free, sitting on the hood of their car. They give it off on the end around or the jet sweep to Hodge. He'll cut it up inside and stepped out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So they're going to give him about 6. So it'll be second down and 4. I've noticed when second-year offensive coordinator for us calls a jet sweep, he calls it to the short side of the field all the time. And I've gone blank on our offense coordinator's last name. I'm having one of those nights tonight, folks. I am getting old. Pistol formation. I believe that's Powell. Nope, that's Ryan Brown behind him. How about this Powell? He throws it ahead. Powell somehow kept his footing. He'll get close to the first down. He's going to be 2 yards shy. He got to 36. Fox had to unload it quickly. His release valve was to Powell coming out of the backfield. And we got a whole lot of new guys going in. We have for Woodford County a lot of new receivers. Some guys are not playing tonight. Wyatt Peters is not playing tonight for Woodford, along with Elijah Ward. But they are going to probably have this week, next week off as far as getting healthy, and then they'll have the bye week, and then district play begins right here at Community Stadium with South Oldham. We have Greg Goins in, a junior. And the wingback over here is Samuel Sinners, a junior. They give it off to Powell. He steps through the hole. He's going to be dragged down, looks like right at the 34-yard line where he needed to get for the first down. Turnage on the stop for the Cougars. Now we get Ryan Brown in. I got a 21 and 15. I'm looking down here, and I don't see Darian Tomlin anywhere right now. He might be in the UK Sports Medicine tent down there. It'll be 4th and less than a yard for Woodford County. This is where looks like we're going up under center this time with Fox Coons. They give it off to Ryan Brown. He has the first down and more inside the 30 down to about the 24-yard line. I really honestly thought we were going to go quarterback sneak with 6'5", 220. Durden and Bell on the stop for the Cougars. Woodford County right back up there. Under center again, giving off to Brown. This time nothing. Got maybe a yard. It'll be second down and 9. And Woodford County went hurry up, and it did not fool the Cougars. I'm sure they've seen that very much. Belfry is at Southwestern tonight. Southwestern. Here's a good one. How about this one down in, I wouldn't want to be in Warren County tonight. Bowling Green is at South Warren. That's going to be a dogfight. Bryan Station's at Louisville Ballard, a future Woodford County opponent. Coons throws out here into flat. This is Rytar. Rytar is tackled down just outside the 10 to the 11-yard line. And we are honored as I don't know how many counties anywhere in Kentucky and as well as other states will be the judge executive of us here in Woodford County. James Kay, the youngest looking judge executive. I say in Kentucky, I'm going out on a limb, in the continental United States. Looks like he's 40 years old, looks like he's 12.
Darren, I have kids now. I don't feel young anymore, so I don't think I look that
He
young,
has
but
3.
I appreciate you. The check
But
is
your
in the mail.
your daughter is I just love her to death.
Well, that makes 2 of us. She's got me wrapped around her finger,
I bet
Darren.
she does.
She doesn't get in trouble from Dad.
I can see that.
The boys, they don't appreciate it, but I just can't explain it.
3rd and 10. A few years ago, for you guys, folks down there in Munford, Woodford County made the state champion or the state basketball boys tournament down at Rupp Arena in Lexington. And his daughter, we were in the semifinals, and I told his daughter, I said, "You see that black and yellow pom pom you got in your hand? When that team comes out, I don't know if we're going to wear white jerseys or white uniforms or black uniforms today, but whatever they, it's black and gold. You wave that pom pom as hard as you can." Well, I looked across the floor. She's beating the guy in front of her to death in the back of the head.
Yeah, I was proud of her.
I was.
She's a natural cheerleader.
She is. That's the end of the first quarter here in Versailles. Woodford County leads after an 83-yard touchdown pass. Fox Cougs to Amari Joyner. I've got the junior problem today. Joyner, and the extra point by Wolf was good, and it's 7-0 Woodford County. I want to tell you about some other folks on our – I tell you, I can't do what I do. And folks down in Tennessee, if you want to laugh, you can laugh at me because I say that I'm getting old. I am. This is my 43rd year of doing this. And I started when I was 15, but officially worked with the radio station that covered Woodford County at the age of 18. So I have been progressed from working in a little phone booth called a production room at the station to the sidelines, to stats, to color, and unfortunately I took over the voice of the Jackets when my longtime partner and the longtime voice of the Jackets, Matt Calvert, passed away 8 years ago, but it's been fun.
This is your calling, Darren. It truly is. So my entire life you've been calling games and and coaching.
Yeah.
And following Woodford County sports.
Yeah, I've been around here a long time. I want to talk about the Wash House real quick. They do the Woodford County football uniforms, both high school and middle school. And, it's not one of my favorite things to do. And I'll get back to the Wash House here in just a minute as Coon sends Grayson Hodge in motion from left to right and then sets him in motion, then brings him back as the wing back. That's going to be funny. Grayson Hodge goes 5'8", 160 pounds, and they look like we're going to use him as lead blocker. Timeout, Woodford County. We'll take it right here. The Wash House is a walk-in coin laundry with multiple high-capacity machines that also offers drop-off, wash, dry, and fold service. Located at 435 Lexington Road, it's got convenient hours and a location and makes it ideal for any busy schedule. The Wash House also offers services for horse blankets, $15, king and queen size blankets, $20, and large rugs, $20 to $50, depending on the size of the rug. Come let the Wash House do the dirty work and tell them you heard it here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
They wash the uniforms.
Yep, for both middle school and high school.
An absolutely tremendous job.
They do. Also want to talk about UK Sports Medicine. When it comes to sports injuries, being seen quickly is vital to getting back in the game. UK Healthcare's orthopedic surgery and sports medicine programs offers walk-in access to sports medicine specialists at their Turfland location on Harrisburg Road. They have a free walk-in clinic Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. No appointment necessary. If you have any questions or wish to schedule one appointment, you can call them at 859-218-3131. UK Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, the official healthcare provider for UK athletics and several high school programs around the area.
Go Cats.
Go Cats. It'll be third down and 10 for Woodford County. Coons looks to the left, going to throw to the back corner of the end zone to Joyner. Did he catch that thing? Did he catch it? My goodness, what a catch.
It's a pro catch.
With one hand, Amari Joyner, and I think he made a one-handed catch last year in the South Oldham game. He made, that one may have topped that one. Oh, my goodness. What a catch. And when your head coach is waiting on you at the 5-yard line, you know that was a heck of a catch.
The Amari Safari.
Jeez. Somebody asked me if he's, I think it was Gary Ball, asked me, James, is he going to play basketball or football at the next level? I think they just answered the question right there. What a catch.
That basketball talent, though, jump that high and grab that, really amazing.
Oh, my goodness. And you know what? Unfortunately, there are not one television station around here. I may have to send them the footage here myself. This one kicked up. That is Urbina as we continue the revolving kickers. I got to look to see who's kicking. Got to find the number. On an incredible catch, 6 seconds into the second quarter. The second touchdown of the night from Coons to Joyner. It's 14-0 Woodford County.
That was a tough first quarter. Had a couple guys really get hurt.
Tomlin and I, we haven't seen back. I haven't seen him out yet, but we'll figure that out for sure. We're going to talk about one of my favorite places, and I'm telling you what, this place, I can't take credit for picking them up. My wife, Kelly, can. And I say wife because we've been together long enough to be one. We just haven't made it official.
You need to be that lucky.
I know. I am that lucky. I'm a lucky man. Is Little Mozart Piano Academy on the corner of Yellow Jacket Drive and Frankfurt Street here in Versailles. Luke Hippie is the owner, operator, instructor. He has been teaching piano and music for over 22 years. He's a Woodford County alum, and he can help you out. And tell you what, it helps you with your mental capacity, your dexterity, your hand-eye coordination. Does a lot of stuff for you.
He's one of the best piano teachers that I know of. You definitely in town, but in Central Kentucky.
That's a big one. Turnage, he's gone. And that's just Woodford County just not tackling. There was a couple of guys there, and a nice job by Turnage to answer back after a huge catch by Joyner. Takes a lot of the wind out of the sails of Woodford County with the Cougars right back in it. And I don't know how far that kickoff return was. I think it was about 90 yards. Not sure about that. I didn't see where he picked the ball up. But he should have been bumped out of bounds here twice. But that's where, just kind of coming up and pushing. Not going to get it. You got to go ahead and make sure he gets out of bounds.
You got to tackle. You can't push.
14-6 with the extra point coming here from. Now I'm going to tell you, I would watch Coach Calhoun. He may just.
They're going for two.
It looks like they're going for two. Maybe. Yep, they are. They're going to snap it, and nope. I tell you what, he's pulling every trick out of the bag here early on. Is Coach Calhoun. 2-point conversion fails, but with 11:41 to play in the first half, it's Woodford County now 14 and Mumford 6. So a huge answer by the Cougars by Turnage, and that was strong running by Turnage, number one. Number two, the outside containment for Woodford County, and as a former coach under Coach Joe Carr Sr. and Rusty Parks, and especially Coach Carr. He'd always tell those outside guys, you do not get beat outside, boys. He was also one of the wrestling coaches here, so I wouldn't mess with him.
He wouldn't let you just push somebody.
No, sir. He said, you
say,
take your shoulder and knock him out of
hold
bounds.
of him. Yep.
Take your shoulder, knock him out of bounds, but, don't be nasty about it. Just make sure the kid gets out of bounds before you. Just don't go over and just push. Because to Turnage's credit, I mean, he just kept running straight through that. It's like an arm tackle.
He did.
And, when you have just gotten hit with a touchdown throw and an incredible catch to do that, the crowd over here is pumped up. Best way to get the crowd back out of it, take it back to the house on the next kickoff.
Yeah, it threw cold water on that awesome catch of Joyner's.
And we got a pretty nice crowd, but again, we got one of these L.A. Dodger crowds that are arriving late. Hodge
it's
now
a
back
good
deep.
crowd.
Now we'll see what we'll have here because Grayson Hodge can do the same thing. He can take it to the house. But I'm telling you, they worked on this the whole. This one was attacked by Jaden McKinney. I think they learned their lesson
You're gonna,
after the opening kickoff.
yeah, I think they caught us
Napping.
off guard, but
Chopping
that was clearly perceived right there. We
Yeah.
caught that.
Well, they will tell you. I will tell you this. We always taught the middle school when I was a part of the staff here. If you were the frontline guy, you did not take a turn and run till the ball went over your head. Then you turned and ran.
Joe Carr is a legend.
I think I told this story before, but I'll tell it for the folks in Tennessee because they'll get a kick out of it. 1st and 10, Woodford County from the MUNFORD 49. Coons looking down throws out in the flat. That is 17 for Woodford County. That is David Jones, the first catch for the sophomore this year.
Good little cutback.
David's dad played at the University of Kentucky, but he also played for another legendary coach in Kentucky, Philip Haywood, up in the mountains of eastern Kentucky at Belfry High School. Coons throws back out that way, and I believe that's Jones again. He got 3 or 4. That gives him 12 yards on 2 catches. And Terrius Tarver on the stop for the Cougars with 11:03 to play.
We're keeping the rhythm going.
Back to it, trips here to the near side. One receiver back to the right. Coons looking that way again. In and out of the hands of Jones. It'll be 2nd down and 10. That thing had some heat on it, too. Had a guy that I used to do I did one game broadcasting with him. He played at Fort Thomas Highlands, played with the legendary Jared Lorenzen. And I asked him, how many passes did you catch from Lorenzen? He said, I caught a few. I said, show me your hands. There wasn't one finger crooked or anything. No, you didn't catch any from Lorenzen. Sorry.
22 didn't hit him.
Nope. And I don't know if Coons was trying to go to Joyner on the slant or if he was trying to go on the the corner route to Johnson, but he threw it between both of them. 3rd down and 10.
Brings up the 3rd and 10.
Glad James K has joined me tonight because my
Honored
voice
to
would be
be
gone.
Honored to be here, Darren. I'm going to lose my voice. I talked to 2nd graders for 4 hours today.
Whew, fun. What school were you at?
Southside.
Southside.
They were all at the courthouse.
Ah. Coons.
They loved it.
Sees something, throws the double thumbs up to the sidelines. That's what they're going to do. Coons back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Has Hodge across the middle at the 25. Breaks the
That's
tackle
a
and gets
great
down to about the
catch.
21, maybe the 22. That is a big, big quarterback that Starks, DK Burton had a hold of, and doesn't look like Burton's quite the size of Fox Coons. Just kind of slid down him.
It's a way to step up in that pocket.
Yep. Coons will go back to pistol formation. Aiden Powell is the running back. He fakes it, cuts it around the right side, cuts it into the 20, goes inside the 15, down to about the 12. Now that shows something that Coons has not shown in the first 3 games this year, the ability to do the RPO, the run-pass option. And he got 7 to be 2nd down and 3. Powell is still in there. Tomlin here on the sidelines. He does not have his helmet in his hand. That's not a good sign. But I see him walking gingerly.
He hit the turf very hard. I was worried for the young man.
Because the comment up here was he's not moving. Then all of a sudden he started moving a little bit. That was a good sign. Coons back to throw. Quick slant. That's Jones. Gets inside the 5, down to about the 2. Looks maybe the 3. Well, Coons threw that, and Jones had no option but to catch that thing. He threw it between the 1 and the 7. He's either going to catch it or going to burrow home his chest. 1st and goal, Woodford County from the 5. Coons cuts it up. And we'll get down to maybe the 3. He's going to have to come out for a play because I think he just lost his helmet. He did. Yep, tighten up the chin strap. Yeah, exactly. Chase Carroll will come in and play quarterback. So it's no gain. Be second down and goal from the 4. Under 9 to play in the first half. Woodford County on top 14-6. Been big plays in this one. An opening kickoff of an onside recovered by Munford to start things. Drove inside, was stopped on 4th and short inside the Woodford County 15. And I think Woodford County is going to call a timeout. They are. Timeout, Woodford County. We'll also talk about a business because everybody has car wrecks or fender benders or maybe hail damage or whatever. Well, if you want a company that is family owned and operated, and they take your car and your family's ability to ride in that vehicle seriously, well, then you got to go to Collision Masters of Lexington. Now, I know I'm proud to say that all my sponsors are Woodford County oriented, and somebody says, well, that's in Lexington. Well, guess what? It's owned by a couple of Woodford counties. As a matter of fact, Josh and David Wilson. I coached Josh Wilson. Gosh, I can't believe this. 4 years.
The Wilsons are great people.
So they will get you car, and they will give you an estimate on your car, and they won't break the bank to get it. Or, being in Kentucky, they won't have to ask you to go to Fort Knox to get some money to pay for it. They're going to help you out. They're going to get you off as quick and easy as possible, cheaply as possible, but the work will be good.
They're pros.
They're pros. So go see them today. 2 locations in Lexington. The main location is the one off Old Frankfort Pike there in Lexington. So go see Josh and David Wilson today. I think you will have a great time. And if you could ever get Josh to be serious in the office, they may get some work done in there. Well, I know he's listening, so that's why I said it.
Yeah, well, you got to enjoy this life, Darren.
Yes, you do. And they have a good time there. The snap to Carroll to Powell. Powell spins off a tackle, gets inside the 5, may get to the 2. It'll be 3rd and goal as Coons will come back in. We'll also want to talk real quickly about my favorite place. I am a sweets fan. There's a couple of them. Dairy Queen is one. And that's what I'm going to talk about. Dairy Queen, 2 locations here in Versailles, one on one on Lexington Road, right at the head of Huntertown Road, and the original location right over here on Frankfort Street next to the old Woodford County High School. But I'll give you another landmark. It's right behind Little Mozart Piano Academy.
That's exactly right.
Go see them today. Paul Wright and all those fine folks over there, they take good care of me. And, boy, man, if they're open, we get done here tonight, I think I'm going to have a blizzard.
It is an original DQ.
It is. We're happy it tastes good.
Yep.
Powell up the middle. He stood up at the 2. Still driving forward. He got in. Boy, Powell, that was just Aiden Powell. He goes 5'8", 165. He's only a sophomore. I believe that's his 3rd or 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
You know what Joe Carr would say? What's the biggest nation? Determination.
Determination.
You're
right.
That's right. There.
And I tell you what, that's a good answer from Woodford County to come right back after a really nice job of covering an onside kick to take it in the end zone, and it's 20-6. Woodford County with 7:36 to play in the first half. But I tell you, I thought he got met in a hole, and I believe that was the middle linebacker for Mumford.
He was stood up.
The Mike, that was Braxton Grant, but he just kept his legs moving and got it in. The extra point is up and good for Mason Wolf. And the Jackets are going to enjoy that young man. He's got 3 more years after this. He's only a freshman, the kicker for Woodford County. We'll take that. 21-6, Woodford County on top as we're 7:36 to go in the first half. And the Cougars will get the football back. But again, the last time we kicked off, Woodford County gave up a kickoff return for a touchdown. So we'll see what happens. That's the 2nd kickoff return Woodford County's given up for a touchdown this year.
This team is challenging our special teams. They really are. But it's like you said, you can't just push them.
Right.
You gotta get them out or get them down. And I think they'll adjust right here.
Right.
Go Yellow Jackets. Side note, last week, winner got over $200. Go buy your tickets.
It'll be Wolf to kick off. Back deep is Turnage again. He's standing at the 15. They'll squib it this time. It'll take a left-hand turn. Look like my golf tee shot right off the tee. Immediately took a left turn.
Dennis took no chances.
No chances. It's recovered by Dorn at the Cougars' 37-yard line. To be first and 10 Munford from there. Got to talk a little bit about Family Wealth Group. With the way things are going, the housing market, the college tuition going through the roof, medication costs through the ceiling, insurance, you got to have some money for your children, your grandchildren, maybe a niece or nephew, or maybe somebody that you really like next door to you. Go see Family Wealth Group. They love to help people.
Everyone needs a plan, Darren.
Yes, sir. This is Starks going left. He has the corner, cuts it back up inside the 50. He's got speed to burn. He's going to get down inside the Woodford County 30. Nope, they're going to mark him at the 31. That was all Starks. He got the corner. That was Bell. I'm sorry. I thought it was Starks. That was Bell. 3 instead of 2. Holman on the stop for Woodford County. But here come the Cougars again. Inside handoff, Turnage. Cuts it back inside. Not there, but he cuts it. Gets inside the 30. Boy, these officials are spotting the football before the chain gang ever gets down there. Got the box set, and the chains are lagging here. He got 7. It'll be second down and 3. And I'm sorry, that was not 23. That was Dylan Dorn. 25 instead of 23. And again, folks, if you joined us late, Munford has thrown the ball 3 times in 2 games, period. They've completed all 3, and they've all gone for touchdowns.
You just don't see that.
No. Closest to this up here, Scott County. A direct snap, and that is, what number is that? That's number 19, Mooneyham on the carry. Dixon Mooneyham with his first carry of the night. He got enough for the first down to the Woodford County 23-yard line with 6:20 to play. And here comes Munford back. They had a week off. They split the backs in the backfield this time. Mooneyham pitches to Turnage coming around the right side. That is Turnage down to the 20-yard line. Give him 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8. Gilliam on the tackle for Woodford County. We're glad you're with us this evening. I said this afternoon, this evening here.
Darren, did you get the opportunity to meet any of the Munford folks?
Yeah, I met the athletic director. They were all eating dinner before they came out here at Ricardo's tonight. Another shameless plug for the fine folks there at Ricardo's. Josh.
Their chicken Philly cheesesteak to die for.
Okay. Me, I'm a chicken finger or chicken tender guy. They give it off on the reverse. Boy, that's a nice looking play. And down to the 15-yard line.
He knocked him into a cartwheel.
Yep, that is 20. That is Kaylor Dortch on the carry. He's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. To be 3rd and 3 from the Woodford County 15-yard line with 5 minutes exactly to play in the first half. This is a critical drive, really, for the Woodford County defense and for the Munford offense, because if Munford can utilize this and run the clock out here in the first half, get points on this, then they can get the football to start the second half. Down only 1 score. 3rd and 4.
That's why that early onside could come back into play for sure.
They give it that, nope, touchdown, nope. Boy, if he'd have kept his feet, he'd have scored. That's Starks on the keeper, and he gets inside the 5 to the 3. He needed 4, and he got about 12. It'll be 1st and goal. Munford real quick back to the line of scrimmage, and he gets down inside the 3 to about the 1.
They hurry up. Munford hurries up to the line.
Yeah,
they're taking their time right here, but That last play ran off.
This
quick.
is what you would call the wing. It's kind of a version of the wing tee. And if you look at the way that you don't see this now, the closest thing we have here is what Scott County runs.
That's exactly right.
Second down and goal. This is Starks on the carry. He goes in standing. And it's 21-12 now.
You got to be ready for the onside here as well.
Yes, you do, because they after that first part, they didn't want to kick it deep, so they're probably going to do something again as well here.
Going for 2.
Up, they're going to bring the kicker in this time. Crowell will kick off, or will kick out of the hold of Houston Yount. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. Crowell is perfect, 7 for 7 on extra points this year. And it's 21-13 in favor of Woodford County with 3:28 to play in the first half. I want to talk a little bit about another. I tell you, I get so many great sponsors, James. It's wonderful that the community here steps up. And this one, if I had my druthers, I would eat this more than I would at someplace else. If you go out of here, get out past the Bluegrass Parkway on your way to Lexington. It's on the right. It's on Lexington Road. Landmark, it's right next door to Jack Keane Ford.
Oh, yeah.
You can go in there and you can get you some gas. You can get you some snacks. But I'm headed to the donut shop right next over there, Dough Daddy's. That's where I'm headed. Dough Daddy's, and I'm also headed down there to get either one of these big apple fritters about as big as your head, or a cinnamon roll bun. Yeah, they are
So
legendary
delicious.
in Woodford County. I'm going to go out there. But if you fill up with gas there, you get a free glazed donut. So go see Dough
early,
Daddy's today.
Check them out.
Check them out. I gained 5 pounds just talking about that commercial just now.
But you know, a early Saturday morning Dough Daddy's
Yes.
donut, you cannot beat it.
No, that and a cup of coffee. 21-13, 3:28 to play. A lot of time left. Each team with 2 timeouts. Crowell will kick this one deep and call a fair catch on the far side at the 29-yard line. That was Christopher Reed Jr. We haven't called his name tonight defensively for Woodford County. Christopher Reed Jr. Now, here's those stats I was looking for Woodford County and for Munford. Got him right here.
You remember when Robert Reed played?
Robert Reed, that's
The bee killer.
but Woodford's going to be missing their leading ball carrier, Darian Tomlin. 40 carries, 335 yards. He's averaging almost 8.5 yards a carry. But Powell and Brown have been doing a pretty good job of carrying the load for him here since Tomlin went out. They throw out in the flat, caught by, I believe that's Rytar over there. Rytar on the catch. He got about 5, maybe 6. Polk on the stop for Munford. They gave him right to the 35-yard line, so it is 6. Second down, 4. Coons in the pistol formation with Powell behind him. Coons throws down the middle of the field, overthrows his man.
Yeah, he got him.
They could throw the flag. Yeah, they threw the flag. I think they're going to call holding on Munford. He was looking for Johnson, not Joyner. He was looking for Johnson. They pass interference or they call holding.
I thought it was a hold.
Heard public address announcer Tim Goins over here talking to the back judge. Said when the new sound system comes in, they're going to be able to have a headset on the referee to be able to communicate to everybody what's going on.
We are excited about that
Wow.
system. $200,000, Darren.
Well, there you go. Well, guess what? We need to get these speakers away from me. How about that? I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
It'll be a much better acoustic setup for everybody.
Good. It was first down. It was defensive. They did call pass interference. I thought it would have been more defensive holding. I thought he grabbed Johnson by the shirt tail, which would have constituted holding and not pass interference, but they gave him the PI.
We'll take it.
Trips here to the near side. Brown is the running back now. Now, this makes me feel old. Ryan Brown, uncle, two of his uncles, and his dad all played ball for me. They knocked him down after a gain of 1, did Brown. That snap was a little low from Johnson to Coons. Lum on the stop for Mumford, and Lum's a little gimpy on that. Looks like maybe that right leg for Lum. I'm excited about going down to Mumford next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really think Coach Johnson does a good job in scheduling these type of things. It's good for the kids.
Well, I'm just to this point, I don't get to go to Florida next week. That's okay. I'm not crying. This is Brown. He gets a first down. A big hole here on the left side, and he ran right behind the left guard, Caleb Cottle.
If they would have coordinated that a little better with fall break, I would have been there, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't take off a week for a football game.
I'm sorry, that was Cody Batista, 73 in gray. Batista's there, 5'8", 270, and a junior.
House cat.
We got some biggins up front, don't we? They give it off to Brown again. He gets to the 40. That's all. Turnage on the stop. The initial hit. And 13, Caleb Polk on the stop. Polk, a junior. Turnage is a senior. You know, I was sitting here when I got the 2 deep from Coach Calhoun this week. I was like looking at it, and I go, there's no quarterback. Why not? Well, there is no quarterback in this offense. It is all running backs. So you don't know who the direct snap's going to go to.
That.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. It's very unique.
I haven't
offense.
seen this. I haven't seen this type of offense in 25 years.
Not as pure as this.
Yeah.
You
Give it
see
off to
them-
Powell. That thing was supposed to go up the middle, and he wound up. And we're going to get a flag, and I think they're going to call that a horse collar. That was close. That was one of those I don't know about.
The sidelines seem to see it.
Well,
they
yeah.
seem to call it.
It looked
immediately.
like to me, now the horse collar, the way I read the rule, and this plays all over the country, if you have your hand up inside the back of the shoulder pads and pull back. Now, he had it between the shoulder blades and pulled back. That's that fine line that's an interpretation from an official. And I don't like making interpretations. To me, a rule book is like the law. It's black and white. You know what I'm saying?
I know a lot about that, Darren. as
It's
an
black and
attorney
white.
myself.
Yeah, black and white.
But I would offer that they'll call that on the line, but not the sideline. I don't think you can pull them when they're going out of bounds like that.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Calhoun agrees with it either. You know, there was no maliciousness to it. He just grabbed him between the shoulder blades. That's one of those that, you know, wherever, you know. I get it. I understand the official's thought process, but it doesn't follow the letter of the rule. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And, Darren, I take your word on it.
Okay.
I take your word, and I think
Well, if I was an attorney and you were my judge in the courtroom, I would take that.
absolutely.
I would take
No,
that.
Judge's ruling, Darren's right.
I would take that ruling.
But I'd say Munford's coach would agree with you
Yeah. I mean,
wholeheartedly.
and I agree. I mean, that was that one call. That was, should I not? You know, it's just. And again, you know, I am
it's
the Woodford
on our
County.
sideline,
Yeah,
and
but
our
I am the
guys,
Woodford.
and our
right.
guys are calling it to the refs.
Right.
So
I am a Woodford County alum, but you know, hey, I get it.
you're a homer.
Yeah, Kentucky Gym on Lexington Road in the Lexington Road Plaza. And for you that don't know where it's located, it's right next to U-Haul, but it's in the old Cato's building. Now, how do I know that? You know, you married, you dating, you know, you got a mother. That's where they go, right? So, Kentucky Gym, it has an old school vibe, but a new school look. They can help you out. Go see them today. If you're tired of the big box chain workout places, go here. This is all locally owned right here in Central Kentucky. Kentucky Gym, come get fit with an old school vibe. Coons back to throw. He has Hodge, who does that little shimmy and shake. I tell you what,
That's a lacrosse shake.
that is actually the old sweetness move. That is, Walter
Sweetness.
Payton was none better at doing that shimmy and shake than Walter Payton. And I'm dating myself. I'm showing my age. I know.
Walter Payton was one of the best to do it.
And it's hard to believe he's gone way too soon. Fox Coons starting to get in a rhythm of throwing the football. And, of course, when you got guys like Hodge and Rytar and Joyner and places like and people like that can go get it, Johnson, you're really going to – we have a flag here on the far side over here, and I don't know what it is.
I give Munford a lot of credit. They're tough. They're hitting.
They didn't come all this way to come up here and not compete. I can tell you that. And they are competing. The unfortunate thing is they are running against some personal foul, Woodford County. And again, if there has been an Achilles heel for the Jackets this year, James, it has been unsportsmanlike conducts and personal foul penalties. Now, I will tell you this. This is what they get. I have said this on every broadcast, and I'm going to say it again. And if I have people upset with me, so be it. The officials in Kentucky have been mandated they're going to have to cut down on the unsportsmanlike and personal fouls because of preseason scrimmages that broke out in fights. So Woodford's got to learn sometime to keep their mouth shut. Simple. Coons back to throw. Throws towards the end zone. Caught. Nope. Dropped by Johnson. And that had 6 on it. It was a seam route right down the middle.
The humble ultimately win. You got to.
14 seconds left in the first half. 21-13, Woodford County. Munford will get the football. This would be a huge 6 if Woodford can punch it in here. They still have 1 timeout or 2 timeouts left. 3rd and goal from the 22 for Woodford County. Coons, pistol formation with Brown behind him. And timeout. Munford, they took Coach Calhoun saw something. He didn't like the way they were aligned defensively. So with 14.9, Woodford County will get a chance to set something here. They still have 1 timeout left. Good news is I see Darian Tomlin back on the sidelines for Woodford County. No helmet in hand. That's usually a sign that the trainer has it hidden from him. And if I know Darian, he wants back in this football game in the worst kind of way. But, you got non-district games or anything tonight and next Friday night down in Orlando against Heritage Palm Beach in Florida. Then you got the week off. So you got 2 weeks to get yourself healthy. And then you got South Oldham coming to town here for the first district game of the year. And I'm going to make a challenge. And I know there's a lot of Woodford County folks out there listening tonight. I'm going to tell you right now. And I don't make just idle things. I don't come out just saying something to be saying it. I'm saying this. I want to see this place packed. I want to see this place have standing room only. I want people all lined up 10 or 12, 20 deep in the one end zone. I want them in the other end zone. I want this place on this side completely full. The first Friday in October when the Dragons of South Oldham come to town.
We owe South Oldham.
We do.
We need to come out and really, really show up.
3rd and goal. Coons back to throw. Throws on the slant, intercepted by Turnage. And Munford will come back with the football. Turnage has been a thorn in Woodford County's side. Now, that's one that I would love to see Fox throw that thing out in front of Johnson. He tried to throw it right at him. Lead your receiver where he's the only guy to catch it.
He set on that. He
Yep.
knew that ball was going right there, and
Yep.
You had to lead him or that was intercepted.
Turnage has been an absolute thorn in Woodford County's side.
He's not set on that play 2 or 3 times before that time. He knew right where to be.
They'll be at the 12. Looks like Munford is going to take the knee and go to the locker room. It looks like that, but Coach Calhoun's pulled a couple things out. I wouldn't. And they do take a knee. That'll be the end of the first half, and a very entertaining first half. Woodford County leads here at the halftime break, 21-13 over Munford, and the Cougars will get the football when we begin the second half of action here.
You got to give them credit. Like I said, they're playing tough. They're definitely.
Well, you're not going to
physical.
drive 6.5 hours and come up here and lay down. It's just that simple. And they have pride down there. It's a very prideful. When I was researching about them, it's a very prideful, kind of like Versailles. Kind of like Versailles and Woodford County is a very prideful community and high school athletic program. So, if Woodford thought that they were going to drive, all the way up here and just be a sacrificial lamb, it's not happening. And
No, this is a game. This is a good game.
it's a really good game, and now they're just one score away from tying this game up. And, again, I love the fact that Coons has this. I mean, he has a howitzer for right arm.
He does.
I love the fact he's got a strong arm. I'd like to see him use some little touch at times. He threw the little nice touch where the only guy that was going to catch it on the initial touchdown of the game for Woodford County to Amari Joyner. Now Joyner made an incredible catch. First off, the catch was unbelievable. The second thing was to get not one but both feet down in the end zone.
You need to send that video to Sports Center.
Well, I'll
That's
have to
a
get
top
it.
10 tonight.
I will have to get it somewhere. Huh? You think you got it? But it's just one of those things where you have receivers open. You gotta not throw it to them. You got to throw it. If they're running go routes or post patterns or corner routes, you got to throw it and let
clay pigeons. You got to lead it.
We got to lead them out there, and that, I love the fact that he's starting to settle into his own. I really do. If that was, and I'm not trying to be critical of the young man because this is his first really sustained action. He only got in games for cleanup duty, so to speak. So last year, so I just want to see him utilize touch when he has it there.
He's improving. He's getting better.
He's getting better with each game.
You mentioned that his run and pass option is getting a little bit more defined.
Well, I think part of his issue was in the first 3 games of the year was I don't think he had the confidence enough in himself to be able to run the ball. Now, I might be wrong.
He seemed to want to be in the pocket.
Correct. And I get that. So, I really think if he can put that fear into the opposing team's defenses that I'm going to run the football occasionally, it's going back to kind of the Jared Lorenzen effect. If you were one of these SEC defensive backs, how would you like to see that 300-pound quarterback get a head start and come at you about 20-plus yards downfield? I know what I'm doing. I'm heading for the heels.
Oh, I'm pancake. Flat.
You're going to pancake? No, he may step on you then.
Yeah.
No. And, of course, we talk about the late Jared Lorenzen,
I'll never
legendary
forget
here in Kentucky.
6 overtime Arkansas game.
That was 7.
7.
I was there that night and froze my butt off.
I was right there with you.
I was there, froze my hind end off, thought we had it won, and then, of course, the Arkansas Razorback that beat us,
But he
a
had
Kentucky
game.
boy that
That's
played
right.
football. George Baker was his name.
Just to let you know that the Woodford County High School Band will be holding a community performance
So the Woodford County Band going to October 10th.
at the new field at the new high school. Gates open at 6.
Notice they don't have a name for the new field yet either, do they?
The high school turf and field. I went to the.
I know.
saw you
I
at
was
the
there
middle
last night.
school
Yep,
game
I was there last
night.
night, the middle school game. But you would have thought they would come up with a name by now.
I was proud of those young 8th graders. A lot of them cited beating Scott County as one of their favorite memories, and I just thought
That
we're
has
raising 'em
always
right. We
been.
are raising 'em right.
That has always been. Woodford County, no matter what sport, that's been our rival for years and years and years. Now, I haven't forgotten about the folks down there in the capital city either. But that's always been Woodford County's rival. This first half has been interesting. We've had a kickoff return for a touchdown. We had an incredible one-hand catch for a touchdown. We've had a lot of trickeration from MUNFORD. We haven't seen anything quite just yet out of trickeration from Woodford County, although I do know offense coordinator George Bowen has it in his bag of tricks. And somebody said, well, where in the world did he play college football? I said, well, I can't remember where he finished up his college career, but he played professionally in Germany.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And it's not football. It was American football that he played over there.
In Germany.
In Germany. And according to George, it has really taken off over there in Germany. Of course, I think the only thing with comes football that they really talk really highly of in Germany right now is the women's side. I don't think the men's side's done too well in the last several World Cups. I know the women have done very well for Germany, so we'll see.
Is that right? Well, they're going to need some trickery if we don't have Darian Tomlin.
Maybe, but although I will say this, Aiden Powell and Ryan Brown have done a great job of tandeming in the backfield and replacing Darian. But Darian needs, whatever the issue is with him, and I'm sure it's probably just a precautionary measure from the training staff, probably by order of head coach Dennis Johnson, to keep him out because, we're having 2 non-district games, this week and then next week down in Florida. So I'm sure he's wanting to try to get Darian back and healthy 100% against South Oldham. So that'll be a couple of things here. We do have, I will tell people, the week of September the 26th, that is an off week for Woodford County, so nothing going on here. The first week of October, that is fall break here in Woodford County. But I want all Woodford County people, don't go anywhere on fall break. Don't go anywhere. Wait till Saturday morning to go, or just don't go anywhere for fall break, because we got South Oldham coming to town, and we owe South Oldham.
We owe them big.
We owe them. They beat us 32-27 last year, and it took us to have to win the next 3 district games and then get upset by Collins. And by the way, I got to tell this story. I got to tell this one. This one's a good one. I was sitting in the parking lot, at Georgetown, at Scott County. We had just beaten the Cardinals for the first time in 11 years on the last-second field goal by Logan Ford.
Great game.
And I will tell you this. I tune in the Shelby County radio station to listen to Collins, South Oldham. South Oldham goes down and takes the lead late in the game with like a minute 4 to go in the game. Collins had led all night. Collins gets an incredible kickoff return. And then Caden Gooden leads them down, and with 1 second to go on the clock, Collins scores. And I swear I woke up everybody in Georgetown. In my car still, folks. I screamed so loud, I think I cracked my windshield. Because that wrapped up the district title for Woodford County, because it was the second loss for South Oldham, and we got the district title because we beat Scott County head-to-head. And it was like,
things fell into place for us, and they don't always.
Some luck comes into it. Some luck comes into it because you have to have help from other people sometimes when you lose. But we'll see. Whoa! This is a surprise, and this is why. Last week, Lexington Catholic upset Boyle County. Boyle County's first loss in the regular season in 3 years. Okay. They knocked them off 17-7 in Danville. You just don't go over to Boyle County, beat them over there, right?
Not many do.
Tonight at halftime. Are you ready for this? Great Crossing leads Catholic at halftime 7-6.
Wow.
Now go figure that one out.
I think I see somebody doing donuts over in the parking lot, Darren.
That's probably what we need to get that taken care of. You got any more scores there, Eric? The one I'm really wanting to know about, this one, I'm telling you what, we had a great trip down to Pulaski County last year for the game. Great trip, down 75. Sitting in the press box, we could look over between at the visiting stands on the far side, and then between 2 mountains, the sunset, right between 2 mountains. And it was a beautiful scene to see. Well, Pulaski County is hosting Corbin tonight. Now, if you know anything about Southern Kentucky football, those two schools ain't very far apart. And they will flat knock each other's head off tonight. It will be a war.
They will, yeah.
Into the first quarter down in Warren County, Bowling Green and South Warren tied up 7-7.
You know, when you're
At
talking
halftime in Danville tonight, Coach Steve Stonebreaker's got the ads rolling. They're 3-0.
that makes the Petty Johns
Hadn't won a
happy.
game in 2 years. That proud Danville program. They trail, though, at halftime at home to Lincoln County 21-20. Both teams had 4 possessions in the first half. They both scored on 3 of the 4.
Wow. Go Danville.
So, I mean, you know, that's Kentucky high school football for you. I mean, you got Great Cross coming here. They're going in 0-3 against Catholic. Catholic just beat one of the best 4A teams year in and year out. On their home field.
You'd really like to know what happened in that first half.
I'm telling
Keep
you.
that score so low. 1-point game.
Got a baseball score going on in gotta love Jared Peck, who writes for the Lexington Herald Leader. Ballard leads Bryan Station 3-2 at halftime. A 2-run home run will win it for Ballard or for Bryan Station. That just tells me about Jared Peck. He's got no time on his hands whatsoever.
Well, when you were talking about South Oldham and let's see, the Titans. When
The
you were
Collins,
talking
yeah,
about
Martha Lane Collins.
You know, if there was a way that neither could win, that's what I'd like. They're tough now. They're our rivals. They're growing, especially Collins.
Yeah, and Collins has grown into a huge rival in a short time for the Jackets in all sports.
Yes.
Now, our girls soccer team lost the other night to them 1-0 in Shelbyville. That's the second straight year they lost 1-0 to them. Or second straight match, I should say that. I think they beat them here in the regular season and then lost to them in the district. So you got a lot of weird things happening there. But speaking of, let's talk a little bit of other sports for Woodford County.
Woodford County Soccer plays Scott County tomorrow. Woodford County Soccer plays Scott County
Tomorrow
Scott County
afternoon.
tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow's
We're
busy
looking
day
good.
for me.
We're looking good in that match.
Yep, busy day for me. Lexington or Covington Catholic is just all over Dixie Heights, 49-7 tonight. Let me give you volleyball is off to a 6-2 start. Megan Bottom and her Lady Jackets,
Strong start. To
very
the season.
strong start to this season. Boys soccer, as you mentioned, is tomorrow here at home against Scott County. They also I hate this website.
Now, Darren, will you call that game?
Will I call that game? No,
Yeah.
I'm busy tomorrow.
You got some Kelly to-dos?
That and another big day. Yeah, the last score Tuesday night for boys soccer, they won 2-1. After losing their opening match of the season to Henry Clay, defending state champion Henry Clay 5-0, they have reeled off 6 straight wins. And
They are really good. They are well-rounded, and they are deep. They play a lot of players.
and they're got a lot of youngsters too.
One Ellis Endicott, my nephew.
Your nephew?
Sean.
Sean, is that Sean's son?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Of course, Sean spent a few years playing pro soccer in North
I know,
Carolina.
but that makes me feel really old.
He's got a freshman in college as well.
He's got a freshman in college too?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, folks, down there in Tennessee. With James and I are catching up with old folks because James, I got to tell this on your mother-in-law. I do.
Please do.
His mother-in-law was one of my first grade teachers. And I've known James since he was born, and I've known his wife since she was born. Actually, I got to hold his wife when she was a little baby.
Absolutely, because that's when Marsha was teaching at Simmons.
So I feel really old now. Thanks, James. And I officially get really old here
I always
shortly.
say, Darren, you can only be as old as you are.
Well, nice. But I'm gonna. I know that. Also, the girls play tomorrow morning here at 11:30. Soccer. They play South Oldham tomorrow, right here. So
I would imagine South Oldham girls soccer's pretty strong.
they have been strong. They have won numerous state championships in soccer, so we'll see what happens. Munford just now coming back out on the field. Woodford County has been out for a few minutes, but I want to give you, again, some of our fine sponsors. I'm going to talk about them again. I've got the greatest sponsors in the world. I really do. And we'll talk about Woodford County Public Schools. They are the group that really holds this together. Woodford County Public Schools, where kids win. The Portrait of a Learner is a tremendous program that gives kids the opportunity to do several different things, but also implement them after they graduate. Go use it in college, go use it in tech school, go use it in the military, go use it in everyday life, whatever they choose to do. But it's 5 competencies: a resilient learner, an empathetic communicator, a reflective collaborator, a responsible contributor, and a creative problem solver. I think I fit in that last category. I'm a pretty good communicator. I'm not very good at resilient learning at all. Responsible contributor, I think I've contributed to this camp.
Dog do tricks.
Yeah, but they are really going to help you out
Well, I will
majorly.
tell you, Dr. Lori Jones, Darren, has really jumped in with both feet. She's working hard. She's doing a great job just managing and getting the school year has started off as smooth as any I can remember.
Yep. Well, I'm going to talk about Jack Kane Ford too. A lot of dealerships will tell you this and tell you that, and then they'll try to, they're like a bunch of vultures. They just come running out as soon as you get on the lot. Well, they don't do that at Jack Kane Ford. They let you come out. They let you choose the car you want. They may even bring it up to the door so you can test drive it around or whatever. They will talk to you and let you decide. They'll tell you about the car that you may have chosen or the truck or whatever, but you need to go there. But I will talk a little bit about the parts department, the great parts department there. Headed up, and I know he listens sometimes and he hates it when I talk about him because he's a very humble guy. But Steve Wooldridge is head of the parts department there. And this is where this whole cycle comes in Woodford County. Bob Kane, now the general manager.
You do not get better than Bob Kane,
No,
folks.
he is the son of the late Jack Kane, who founded Jack Kane Ford. Well, Bob and I played elementary basketball against each other. Well, guess who I played high school basketball against? Steve Wooldridge.
Is that right?
Yes. So, they all love to hear stories told about what Bob and I played against each other in basketball, and then Steve and I played. It's just, and
Bob
I
is
actually
a
went to college with
Marine
Steve's wife,
veteran.
Stephanie. So,
Just great people at Jack
Yeah.
Kane Ford, Darren.
and most places will give you the lip service. Well, they practice service every day. They make sure that you are taken care of from the time you walk on the lot to the time you sign your papers to take that car or truck off the lot.
They're our hometown Ford dealer.
They are.
In a hometown, you have to treat people upright, and
Yep.
they do, and they always have.
I used to kid Bob. I said, man, you say you're 5 minutes from Lexington. I'm like, come on, dude. You're 3 minutes from Versailles.
And he gets to be next to Dough Daddies.
That's
all day
it.
long.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
you really
And
can't beat it.
he's still trim as all get out.
Yeah, that's the military man in him.
I guess.
Well, and he works hard. He's there all the time.
Well, I tell you, for the folks down there in Munford, I would get on YouTube and put in the Bob and Dave show.
Yes. They're talented.
Now, one of them is the general manager of the lot. The other one is the head salesman of the whole group. And neither one of them have a lick of sense. But they will give you a deal and they will take care of you. Woodford will kick off, moving right to left. Back deep is Turnage. He's the guy who has really driven Woodford County nuts tonight. And this is covered by Grant at the 46-yard line. They almost got it.
They got it through a line of, but I don't know why you don't squib that.
Well, I would kick it to the far side, get it as far away from Turnage as I could. That's what they're trying to do with the squib, but I don't like the fact we're giving them a short field with 54 yards between them and pay dirt and a possible tying touchdown with a 2-point conversion here. 21-13, Woodford County leads with 11:58 to play in the third quarter. Have an unusual looking defense tonight for Woodford. Some of the frontline guys aren't in there. Of course, Peters is out injured, so is Elijah Ward. both with high ankle sprains. Starks running left with a direct snap. He has a crease. Look out. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Dumas after him. He will not bump him out, or does he? Up, touchdown. And they are a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. And that one went 54 yards for a touchdown.
They moved that original play around. I think it confused us. And Starks is fast.
I know our fans from Woodford have heard me say this 1,000 times with every broadcaster I've ever worked with. This is the epitome of assignment football. You have to stay at home because somehow that football might be coming back your direction. They're going for 2. 21-19 now is the score. And he didn't get in.
This Munford team is very disciplined.
Well, this is an offense. Now, I'm telling you, I mean, whoever gets the direct snap, he may or may not run with the ball. He's going to hand off. He may, hide it on his hip and have somebody come by and take it off his hip. I mean, you have to be very good hand-eye coordination in this offense. And then you have, defensively with Woodford, you have to stay at home. Because that ball might be coming back your direction.
Yeah, you've got to pick up on what they're doing, or they'll be the other way on the sideline.
Well, the difference between this offense that Munford's running and the one we'll see later on this year with Scott County will give away stuff. In other words, if you see their 2 guards, if what they call light on their hand, if they're kind of back in their stance and they're real light on their hand, they're going to be ready to pull. So if you're anywhere in that gap near one of those guards, you follow those guards. They're going to take you the ball. This is all sleight of hand almost, really.
This direction.
Yep. Kroll with kickoff. He'll kick this one high. It'll go directly out of bounds, and Woodford County will take it at their own 35-yard line. So they call it as an illegal procedure, but the thing is, that whole thing is just where they are going to not kick it to Woodford County. And I can't blame them because even though Elijah Ward is not here tonight, you still have Grayson Hodge back there, and he can take it to the house too. Hodge took one to the house last week that they called a block in the back 40 yards away from the play.
Yeah, they were very conservative on that. They really don't want us to get
No,
the ball.
they don't want to. They were. I was talking to Coach Calhoun for the game. He was really concerned about our speed. Coons back to throw. Throws to Hodge. Dropped it. Tried to run before he had it. Second down.
He led him better there.
Yep, that had some touch on it. I think Hodge was trying to look and see where he was going to do that little shimmy and shake.
Well, and he was right there. He would have got hit pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Second down and 10. Fox guy needs to wake up over there. He's got a 1 up on there. There he goes. If that's Mike Soboleski, I'm giving him a hard time.
Mike's the best.
Back to throw is Coons. Looking down the sideline for Rytar, and he missed Rytar. He had him, and he missed him. 3rd and 10.
Just too much on that one.
Well,
Sailing.
last week I told everybody in the pregame, I said, we are going to see Woodford County run the ball more tonight against Great Crossing than they ran it all of last year combined. And somebody said, why is that? I said, because Great Crossing can't stop the run. I think if we had Darian Tomlin in with this game the way it's going right now, I think Tomlin, I know Powell and Brown have done a really admirable job of coming in and running it, but I think we would see more running of the running game if Tomlin was back there.
Absolutely.
3rd and 10.
He's such a difference maker across the board. We hope he's okay.
Middle of the field's wide open again if Woodford so desires to throw that way. Coons back to throw, looking that way. Across the middle, Joyner goes up and gets it, gets inside the 40. Still on his feet, gets down to the 35.
Coach Darren called that one.
Well, the middle field's open. I mean, they're Tampa 2. When I say Tampa 2, folks, look at with the safeties. They have 2 safeties wide. They're trying to cut down that stuff on the wide, but they're leaving the middle of the field open. It's a huge gain on 3rd and 10. Woodford County on the move. Back to throw is Coons. He has Johnson open on the right flat, who gets down to about the 30. Oh, that's a poor mark. Looked like he got to the 31, but they say he stepped out of bounds at the 32. So a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Student body's been pretty vocal tonight. I will say this: people were wondering as I was coming up why the students in the
Patriotic colors.
yes, thank you. I went
Red, white, and blue.
Well, there's a couple of reasons for that I learned. Number one, it's in honor of yesterday, 24 years ago, 9/11 happened.
My freshman year in college.
The question is, where were you when that happened?
Everybody remembers.
Everybody. It's like the generation before us all remember where they were when JFK got shot. 2nd down and 7.
Pearl Harbor got bombed.
And the second reason I've learned, and we'll tell you in just a minute, they throw that bubble screen out to Hodge. He catches it, breaks a tackle, gets back into the middle of the field, gets inside the 30, and he'll scoot down to about the 28-yard line. He'll be 3 yards shy. It'll be 3rd and 3. But the other one is, doesn't care what side of the aisle you're on. I think it's in honor of Charlie Kirk.
Sure thing.
You know, and
sad day in America.
very sad day in America. But here's the thing. What gets me, he's young, 31 years old, but the 2 children that are left fatherless. Just a tough time. So that's what the 2 reasons why I learned that that's what's in honor of tonight here. Coons back to throw, looking for the 1st down. He has Hodge, who has it at the 29, and it'll be 1st and 10, a gain of 4. That's just a good, safe pass. It's just what they call a little stick route. And then the receiver, if he feels somebody, can curl it one way or the other, and Coons has to read it. 1st and 10, Woodford County.
Getting a little energy in the crowd.
Mm-hmm. He'd wake me up as I don't get it. He's looking for Joyner again, and it's going to be intercepted. The 4th interception of the year at the 1-yard line.
Coons' pass is intended for Joyner.
Actually, it's inside the 1. And he locked in on Joyner. And what they're doing now is MUNFORD is rolling their safeties, the weak safety and the free safety. They're rolling them outside to take away Rytar and Joyner. So that's going to free up now your slot receivers in Johnson and Hodge. And both those guys are just as dangerous as those 2 outside guys. So now the defense.
Munford has clearly adjusted.
Oh, yeah. They made some nice adjustments at halftime defensively. DeMarcos Jones barking out the defensive signals. Starks comes out of there. He broke. Oh, boy, he was a hair away from going. He got out to about the 9. They're going to mark him to the 8. No, you don't. 2nd down and about 3. Got 7. And he was a whisker away from breaking that one. And again, folks, I mentioned in the pregame, MUNFORD has thrown a total of 3 passes all year long. They have yet to throw a pass tonight. 2nd down and 3. Starks. He has the 1st down. Nope, he's going to be close. He needs the 12. Or did he get it? Can't tell where that chain is. It looks like it's at the 12, but it looks like maybe the 11 and a half.
It's a little far off the line there, isn't
Yeah, he got the 1st down. The white hat mark said he got the 1st down. 1st and 10. Didn't look like he had it, but if you're going to sit here where we are in the press box and look and see across the way, you can't tell. 1st down. So it's 1st and 10, MUNFORD from their own 11-yard, or to give them the 12 with 9 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Woodford County still leading 21-19. That's Turnage, and he didn't get anywhere. Met at the line of scrimmage. That's Elias Tackett, the Mike linebacker. And also getting up off the bottom of the pile was Diego Castillo. Castillo was one of these kids that, boy, his first 3 years here, he could not stay healthy. He'd get healthy and he broke his arm. He'd get healthy and it hurt his knee. But he is healthy this year and playing well.
He gives it his all, you know?
Yep. Second down, they gave him a yard. Second down and 9. Starks running left. And he gets up to the 15-yard line, or is he? Might be a little shy of the 15.
And the Jackets need to watch him here. You know, we're picking up on it, but they will.
They'll pull it out and give it around to somebody else. I mean, it's all. It's. I said hand-in coordination with this. It is also really sleight of hand and misdirection. You really got to stay at home. 3rd and 7.
Big third down for the Jackets.
And, yep, a hard count from what they would call their H-back. And the fullback jumped. 3rd and 13 now for the Cougars. And this might be the first passing play of the night for them.
You know, the crowd, I think, helped that a little bit. I think they were excited enough to maybe.
PA announcers trying to get them on the feet, but I'm telling you, we have a crowd that's not as loud as I've heard them before here.
You know, when it's tight like this
is when they need to get loud.
Yeah, we got to have them.
3rd and 13. Clock on the move, 7:20 to play in the third quarter.
He bobbled it.
They're going to throw it. And he catches it there, 4 of 4 on the year. The pass was Turnage, and that's completed down to the Woodford. I'm telling you, folks, you get your eyeballs in the backfield watching things, and if you're a DB, you cannot go to sleep. A huge play on 3rd and 13.
Misdirection. You thought they were just going to run that little sweep or whatever that is.
You know, everybody was shocked when Texas and Oklahoma ran the wishbone back in the day, right? And they threw a pass. That was their 4th pass of the year for Munford and their 4th completion. The first one, there goes Starks. Christopher Reed Jr. is on his way to get him, and he'll tackle him maybe at the 1. But now Munford can take the lead with 6.5 to play. And I tell you what, this offense is starting now to really show you the intricacies of that.
Explosive.
Yes,
that young man.
He's only a sophomore, I think.
He hit the road and never looked back.
He is. He's a sophomore. 1st and goal at the 2 for Munford as we go to the halfway point of the third quarter. This is Turnage. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Munford. And I'm telling you, this team, I knew Coach Calhoun when I talked to him on the phone. I said, Coach, don't be blowing smoke. You guys are good. Don't tell me you're not, because I know you are. You don't go 9-3 in Tennessee and not be a good football team. I know you may have lost a few people, but not everybody sees this offense, and it is hard to prepare for. And then you got to be disciplined. You got to stay here. And this team runs this offense as good as anybody that I have seen, and it's been 25 years since I've seen an offense like this.
Much better than McKee ran it, Scott County.
Yes. But his is a little different version of it.
Yeah,
this is the true wing tee right here. This is the wing tee. And it is so hard to defend. There's the inside handoff to Turnage, and he walks it in.
Well, you think they're going right. He hands it left.
And it's 27-21.
Starks is their long distance guy. Turnage is their short distance guy, and they're disciplined. The Jackets have really got to dig deep here.
Yep. Well, there are two plays. If you look back for Woodford, the two turnovers going into the end zone. The interception at the end of the first half, and then this one here. You have to really, defense right now, you're sitting here, questioning your eyes. Well, you can't get so caught up in watching the motion and things. You have to do your assignment. Now, this when I talk assignment football, this is what this is. You have to stay home. You have to do your assignment. You have to stay home. You can't fly around like you normally would if a team was back in the shotgun formation like you are throwing the football.
That's exactly right. And these guys, the energy and the momentum is with Munford right now.
It changed uniforms at halftime. It's in with a team in the white. Hodge will back deep. Christopher Reed on the far side. And they'll kick this one down to Reed at the 28. He's looking for room to run. He has a lot of room here on the near side. Coming around to 50. Stutter steps, gets inside the 35 of Munford, and will be run out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Well, he fair caught one hit to him in the first half, and he had plenty of time to return that. This time he decided to return it. So it comes down 20. A 37-yard return. And now Woodford County has it 1st and 10 at the Munford 33-yard line. But now you got a ball security. And Fox has to do this. He has to wipe away the last two times
Like he did
in the end zone.
quarter.
Yeah. Has to wipe those away and just throw the football. They're back to their normal defense. It looks like they give it off to Brown up the middle, hit at the 32, and spins down to about the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. 5:38 to play in the third quarter. Now, Woodford's not in that hurry-up mode. They are huddling after this play, so it's 2nd down and 5. They went back to their regular defensive look, did Munford. They had the single free safety in the middle of the field. They've gone away from the Tampa 2 now. Jones to the far side, the right. They have 2 tight ends, does Woodford County now. They give it off to Brown, spins in the hole, fumbles the football, picked up by Munford, and they're headed the other direction. 3rd turnover of the night. That's DeMonte Williams. He's going to take it to the house. Nope, going to be dropped inside the 10, down to the 9. And Woodford County has given the 3rd turnover of the night. Munford is not giving it away at all tonight. This is how you win football games, folks. Now, we had a problem in the first half with an unsportsmanlike. We got the touchdown after that. Now we're turning the ball over. Now, if you're Woodford, you get a great kickoff return. You got to put the ball security in the lockdown box, and 3 straight drives with a turnover.
3 straight drives with a turnover.
And now your defense is back out on the field after an exhausting drive a moment ago. Is there another penalty on Woodford? No. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line, and Munford has all the momentum. It's switched in the locker room from the gray jerseyed guys to the white jerseyed guys. And this will be critical if they can go up and get a touchdown here and go up 2 scores. Running right is Starks, and he's stopped at the 10. Oh, Bell, sorry. 3 and 2 is very hard to see from up here. Especially with his offense, because I'm waiting to see who the PA guys got, and then I'm just going to make a comment. 4.5 to play. Woodford County on its heels now. And I mean, they are rocking. They have been hit with a haymaker. Turnage on the misdirection. He breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and goes into the end zone for the score. And it's 33-21. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know what Heritage Palm Bay does offensively. I bet they throw the thing around all over the place because they're down in Florida. South Oldham will run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Collins will run the ball, run the ball. They do have good who can still throw it, but they're going to run it. Scott County, they're going to run the ball. Anderson County, they're going to run the ball. If we can't stop the run, we're in trouble this year, folks.
Well, I really believe that the turnovers is keeping your defense out there.
Well, it
We're
is.
not
It
getting
is.
to see what
Ball
would happen if
security.
They would be able to.
3 straight turnovers. 2 of them when you're going in for scores. Can't do that. And actually 3 because we were inside the 30. Here's a 2-point conversion. Did he get in? I don't think he did. Nope, did not.
That could play a factor, dude. That could be important.
Dortch did not get in, but Woodford County right now, they answer back with a great kickoff return from Reed. And then 3 plays later, you turn the ball over the fumble, and it almost goes to the house. 2 plays later, it does. So you got, right now, Mumford has momentum, but they hit you dead square in the mouth coming out of the locker room. And
never look back.
And have not looked back right now. They have scored.
We've had one good special teams play, but other than that, it has been a struggle.
Yeah, and Woodford they've been outscored 14-0 here in the second half. They have given them away 3 times. And, you just can't, you have to take care of the ball. And, we've done a good job of ball security in the first 3 games. Very good job. Tonight, not so good. The 3 turnovers. So we've done a pretty good job of cleaning up the penalty situation. But you got to clean up.
One costly one.
Yes. No, it was a costly one. Almost, but we had the touchdown there right after that. So
It washed away.
Kroll will kick off, and they're probably going to kick it. Yep, going right back to the onside kick, and we get midfield. Whitford County will have the ball 1st and 10 at midfield.
Well, this is where you show what you're made of. You're down. You're at home.
Well, this is where it's at the 49 actually. They've moved it to 49. This is where the crowd comes in. They've gotten very quiet. So Mumford has done 3 things in this half. They've taken the ball away 3 times. Right at the end of the first half, the 2 possessions Woodford had this half. They've taken the crowd out of it. Trips here to the near side. One back to the near side. Down the middle of the field to Hodge, catches it, and he'll score from 49 yards out, and it was just like that. That's an unfair coverage. You had a linebacker on the slot. And
that's Dennis Johnson football. It's exciting.
Yep. Grayson Hodge with another touchdown. Hodge coming into tonight, that's his 4th score. He was averaging 18.4 yards per reception. It's going to go up. And Woodford County going to kick the extra point with Urbina.
Julian Edelman kind of vibe.
Yeah. He's not as thick as Edelman was. Edelman is more of a possession receiver. Hodge at any point in time from the slot can take it to the house. Urbina's kick is up, and the kick is good.
We've got kickers. That's
We do.
For sure.
33-28 now is the score. And Woodford County offense quickly explodes, but here's the thing you got to do. The defense has to step up. Because here's the other thing. Mumford has the ability to go to the house at any point in time with the backs they have. But here's the thing that they can do as well. They can eat that clock up. They can move it down the field. 4 + 4 + 4, get first down, and just melt the clock away. So you have 4:07 to play in the 3rd quarter. Still have a whole quarter to play, but you got to, if you're Woodford, you've got to get a takeaway. You have to come up with a turnover.
I agree, Darren. This is where they didn't get a lot of rest, the defense.
Nope.
We went and scored pretty quickly, but
One play.
they've got to stop Munford, or like you said, they can just continue to keep up.
Yeah. Zion Brown kicking off for Woodford County now. Turnage is at the 20. Brown hits this one. Turnage. This thing's going to go hit out of bounds, and it'll be the 35-yard line. They were kicking it away from Turnage, and now it's Woodford County's defense who comes right back out on the field here. And but boy, this is where the defense has to come and you get back to the basics of staying at home, reading your keys, and playing assignment football. Easier said than done. And again, Munford runs this offense that, even Scott County doesn't run this style, and it's very hard to pick up the football, but boy, I'm telling you, they run it very well. And they have owned the second half.
The Jackets get a little bit more disciplined.
Yep.
Like Munford is playing. They're not making any mistakes.
Nope. They've kept a hold of the football. Now they've spread it out here. You haven't seen this formation before. Now they move the line in.
The big guy moved there.
And timeout, Munford. It'll be timeout Munford, the first timeout of the second half for
Dennis
the
wants
Cougars.
that false start, and I think he moved.
He moved, and that's the thing. The rules have really gotten lax when it comes to the line play. If you watch, Woodford will do it even. If they go to the line of scrimmage and they're all down in the stance, and then they'll do the check with me play, and they'll all look over the bench. Well, the line now either takes a knee and looks over, or stands straight up and takes a. So it's all changed over the years. I remember, coming through playing, and when the line got down and set in the 3-point stance, that was it. You couldn't move till the ball was snapped. So. But you haven't seen anything till you watch Canadian rules football. Canadian football, they got 12 guys on the field. They only they run the ball very rarely. They throw the ball all over the place. The end zones are 25 yards deep. They have a 55-yard line. It's wild to watch. So it'll be 1st and 10 Munford in what has become a slugfest here at Community Stadium tonight. 33-28 Cougars.
It's a really good game.
They've outscored Woodford County in the second half 14-7. And they have the football, 1st and 10. Woodford's defense has not stopped them this second half. That's Starks again on the carry. He got a loss of a yard to be 2nd down and 11. Castillo playing very well tonight with another tackle from his Thunder position. 35, Cade Gilliam, a sophomore linebacker, had lost his shoe. Very important to have that shoe on. 2nd down and 11. 3.5 to play in the third. Woodford County trailing 33-28. They're going to throw it again, and he's wide open. Caught. And he's going to go 6. That is Carlos Mason. Touchdown, Munford. That is their 5th pass of the year, their 5th completion of the year, and their 4th touchdown pass. Boy, I tell you what, 39-28 Cougars.
They are.
It is so hard.
We seem very surprised play to play. Like
Yep.
we didn't anticipate that.
Well, again,
They don't do it often. That's why we didn't
well,
anticipate
but
it.
again,
But you got to watch
it's
for
called
that guy leaking
assignment
out.
football. Assignment football. You have to stick there. And Woodford has not done that. They're going for 2, and Starks. Nope, that's not Starks. That is Yep, that's Starks. Teddy Starks runs it in, and it's 41
This is going to be the last call for your chance to win half the
to
price.
28. Woodford County trailing now. And again,
Tickets are $5
the defense for Woodford just not getting it done. I mean, it's
They
just
were
simple.
all in on the run, and they leaked that guy out.
But
They've
that's
done
where.
that twice.
But here's the thing: you got to account for everybody. So if you're deep, if you're a corner or the safety, you have to read that. You have to stay back. You have to. You have to. And if you don't, you're in trouble.
There's still time in this game, Darren.
There's time.
But the defense has got to make a stand, and I think we right now.
Yeah, and Eric just said the offense has to stay on the field for more than one play and give their defense some rest.
Eric's exactly right.
Assignment football. It's so sounds so rudimentary and so elementary, but boy, it's so good. They do a little trickeration with this. It comes down, and that is Champagne on the return, and they'll get up to the 33-yard line. A little trickeration again from Coach Calhoun on the kickoff. They had both kickers, 2 of the 3 kickers on the roster on the field that time, and this was the other one that did it. Tarver and Pope. That was Socorro.
They don't
that
mess
actually had a
around.
kickoff. No, they don't.
They're doing something crazy every play,
Yep.
something offbeat.
Something that you don't see every day. Now, Woodford County has got to put points on the board. And that's the thing. Woodford's
And protect the ball.
Yeah, Woodford's offense has been moving the ball. They have 3 turnovers tonight. And all 3, as Tim gives the back judge a hard time about the throw from the football to the sidelines. Coons looking down deep for Joyner. Goes up. Oh, my goodness. He almost made another one-hand catch. Now, that's one that's about reading it. You got to lead him. Let Omari go get it. I mean, he went up to get it, but let him run in under it. Second down and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Actually going to say the 33. So he's got he's got some guys that can go get it. He's just got to trust that he can drop it in the bucket there.
Yeah, Mark can catch that.
Oh, yeah.
Catch it
I thought he was going to come down with another one-hand catch. He's going to go to the other side this time to Rytar, who makes a diving catch across the middle. First down at the 47-yard line, maybe the 48. Give him the 48. Gain of 15. First and 10, Woodford County. It might be the first one to 60 wins this game. What do you think?
We're shooting, they're running. You know, it's a dogfight.
It'll be first and 10. Woodford County is a little confused. Now they're back to that Tampa 2. You see the 2 to the left of your screen, the 2 safeties, Turnage. And I think that's Starks, maybe, I don't know. Here on the near side. Coons back to throw. Steps up, throws on the corner route. He has Hodge.
Yes. Hodge is on point.
As actually DeQuavion Bell was the other safety in there. And now George Bowen has figured it out. He said they're going to try to take away the go routes on the outside. We'll just run out and ups. Or we'll just run the outs. First and 10. Woodford County from the MUNFORD 26. Coons back to throw. And he missed Hodge on the post route. Thought he was throwing to Rytar over there on the out and up. But he missed Hodge. Second down and 10 for Woodford County from the MUNFORD 26 with 2:17 to play in the third.
There was enough pressure there where he didn't get off a clean throw. But our offensive line's doing a really good job with protection.
Yeah, Coons got hit in the first half once or twice, but he's been upright ever since then. Coons back to throw, throws on the out route, and he missed. And we have a flag. Do we have a flag? We do. Probably a hold on Woodford County. No personal foul. Roughing the passer.
He knocked his helmet off.
Yep. And I think,
Eric said he needs to tighten that chin strap.
yeah, well, I think he gets to stay in the game because there's a penalty on the play.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty on Mumford, and that one was one that they got him. It wasn't so much it was late; he went high, and it was a helmet to helmet. I think that's where they got him.
You know, it's a tough game when the quarterback loses his helmet more than once in the game.
I try to put some of these helmets on my head. I can't do it anymore. So I don't know how you lose your helmet that easy. You know.
Your head's hard enough. You probably just don't need a helmet.
Oh boy, I'm telling you, man. You think on my weekend he'd be nicer to me, wouldn't you,
No,
Eric?
I think it's a sign of strength, Darren.
Well, yeah, okay. It's 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line, and we get a flag on the play. They're going to call a false start on Woodford County. We never even got set. Interesting.
See, you can't not call that earlier.
Well,
Starting,
and that's what I don't get. I mean, you know, I just again the rules have been so laxed. I don't know how you can. I don't know. Anyway, call Branson for that on the outside there to be 1st and 15 now for Woodford from the 18-yard line. Coons back to throw. He's going to roll right. Throws caught by Rytar out of bounds.
His pass is complete to Rytar on the far side.
Rytar's having a good game.
Having a really good game. I mean, the two wideouts, the X and the Z for Woodford County, that's Joyner and Rytar are just, I mean, I think they got 6 or 7 catches each, maybe. It's 2nd down and 5 now for Woodford County, gain of 10. Coons gives it off to Brown. Brown spins, keeps it feet. Did he get in? Nope, they're going to mark him down to 1.
First down.
It'll be 1st and goal.
Spins his way up to the 1-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal, Woodford County.
I'd go back to him.
They give it off to Brown, running right. Does he get in? Oh, my goodness.
Touchdown.
Nope. They're going to mark him at the 6-inch line. 2nd and goal. I would love to see this right now. Put Fox up underneath center, 6'5", 220. Your center in front of you. Here, hand me this right here. Okay. That's all right. Your center is 6'3", 260. Okay? That's an average of 6'4", and about 340. He's got to be in.
Touchdown.
He finally signals, yeah. Touchdown. I've never understood why an official on the short side of the field cannot see that. Because, I mean, all the ball's got to do is cross the line. All it's got to do is break that white line, and he's standing right there.
They must have been listening to you, D.
I always wonder, you know, what he's looking at. 41-34.
You go for 2 here.
They're going for 2? Interesting. I don't know why they're going for 2 because you kick the extra point, you're only down 6, and a touchdown and extra point gives you the win.
Oh, they're kicking.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I was like, phew.
They were huddling up like they were
We
doing
never,
something different.
we never did. It's Wolf back on to kick the extra point.
Or the point after.
Yep, offsides on Turnage. He was coming, and he was 2 yards in the backfield. He's like, I might as well keep going. I'm already been called offsides. He just threw his head back like, okay, I got caught in my hand in the cookie jar. Nope, it's a dead ball.
They called it good.
Nope, it's a dead ball. Should be a dead ball.
Aaron knows.
What in the world? They're going to have to kick it again. Trying to figure out, Dennis was really animated here on the sidelines talking to his team, the special teams here. Turnage just coming from the left, and he's up there again. They've been close a couple of times. Wolf to kick the extra point, and he kicked it up, and it is good.
We've got some kicking now.
41-35. Woodford County trails now. Wolf's a freshman, 5'7", 150. Urbina is only a junior. He's 5'5", 160. Now, Urbina was on the team last year. Didn't get to kick very much because we had Logan Ford, Mr. Do Everything.
And Simeon is a soccer player. He's a heck of a soccer player. I love to see those dual sport athletes.
Yep, 41-35. Woodford County trailing with 37.8 to play. Now, Woodford's not having trouble moving the ball. They've turned the ball over 3 times. Mumford has not turned it over at all tonight.
We can score.
Our problem is right now stopping Mumford. And Mumford knows it.
And that might be where Dennis needs some trickery.
They've thrown 2 passes tonight. That's more than any one game they've thrown.
And they were successful. Very 50-yard passes.
Urbina kicks this one here to the side. And again, we're not tackling. DK Burton, a sophomore, brought it up over the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. McKinney again on the tackle on special teams. Jaden McKinney's been very active on special teams, covering onside kicks and coverage team. He'll stay on the defensive front now. We have Zion Brown now in playing the near side corner here.
This is where the Jackets have really got to strengthen up, tighten up.
They have struggled. Looks like you got DeMarcos Jones playing nose guard now. Diego Castillo is at one end.
We really need to catch him on one of these.
Yep, and the other end is Hayden Smith, 6'5", 265, and a senior. This is Starks. He gets a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Cougars.
Number 2, Starks, is impressive young player.
He's only a sophomore for the Cougars. He's their home run threat. I mean, Turnage can take it to the house too. We've seen his speed.
But he's a good.
But Starks is the guy that's the home run hitter. We go to the 4th quarter. It's Woodford County trailing after 3, 41-35 to the Cougars of Mumford. Back with the 4th quarter of action in just a moment on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. Want to talk about Carroll Floor Covering. Carroll Floor Covering has been in business in Woodford County for 40 years, but they serve not just Woodford County, they serve all surrounding counties as well. Carroll Floor Covering, it's tile, carpet, laminate, hardwood, LVP, or vinyl. Carroll has it in a wide variety of colors. You get a free estimate. Call them 873-6919. Also by the Wash House. It's a walk-in coin laundry with multiple high-capacity machines that also offers drop-off, wash, dry, and fold service. Located at 435 Lexington Road in Versailles. Convenient hours and location makes it ideal for your busy schedule. And the Wash House offers services for horse blankets at $15, king and queen size blankets $20, and large rugs for $20 to $50, depending on size. Come let the Wash House do the dirty work and tell them you heard it here on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network. Also brought to you by Ricardo's Restaurant. A unique southern dining experience awaits you in historic Versailles at Ricardo's Restaurant. You can call them today at 859-873-3663. We go to the 4th quarter. Mumford leading 41-35. High snap. They give it off on the misdirection to Turnage. Spins, and he gets up over the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Give him 4. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Woodford County's defense. Woodford County needs a stop right here. Check with me on the far side. They give it to Turnage running right. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. It'll be 4th down. And the Woodford County defense steps up here and may have forced a punt. We'll see. I don't know. They're going to give him no gain. It'll be 4th and 5. 4th and 5. And it looks like a Turnage is shaken up. It'll be 4th down and 5 as the box now changes over to 4 over there on the far side. 10.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Woodford County trailing 41-35.
Let's make some noise, a lot of noise. Get on your feet. Let's go.
Mumford, 4th and 5. They run right, throw it on the jump pass, caught. Again, they are 3 of 3 on 4 of 4 on passing. And I don't know where he came from. And it's 1st and 10 for Mumford from the Woodford County 24-yard line. Again, the defensive backfield really looking into the backfield, and you just got to be responsible for guys running in your area. So it's 1st and 10, Mumford from the Woodford County 24. And they have given up a ton of yardage here in the second half as this Woodford County defense. Starks breaks a tackle into the secondary. He'll score. Touchdown, Mumford. And we have a Woodford County player down. Face down at the 19-yard line.
Woodford has an injured player down on the field. Shout out.
47-35 with 10 minutes exactly to play in the fourth quarter. Trying to see what number that might be. I can't tell. That might be DeMarcus Jones. Nope, there's DeMarcos. So if his mom was listening at work tonight, that's not your son. I misread it. Can't tell the guy the number, so we'll just wait. 47-35, Woodford County trailing by 12. And I'm thinking that Mumford might go for 2 here. That looks like Jaden McKinney. Nope, Neo Jones is a shaken up player. Sophomore for Woodford County. First 3 weeks has been all over the field defensively. Got a couple of interceptions. Boy, I tell you what, this offense is, first half, Woodford County did a pretty good job of controlling the Mumford offense. And they just literally, the second half, was like they flipped a switch, went to a different gear. And Woodford County's defense has no answers. And it looks like Mumford will go for 2. Well, it's first and here's the 2-point conversion. This is going to make it a 2-score game, so it'll make it a 14-point lead for Mumford if they can get it in. Starks, and he does. And it's 49-35 in favor of Mumford. So Woodford County on 4th and 5 gives up a big pass play. And Mumford has tried 4 passes tonight. 2 of them have gone for scores. And the other 2 were huge gains. They have yet to throw an incomplete pass this year. They are 7 for 7 as a team throwing the football. They have Crowell and Sikora both on the kicking team right here. Sikora is 47. He's the second one from the near side here from the middle of the field. And Crowell is the one that's been doing the kicking all night long. Here goes Sikora. And they'll kick it onside over here. It takes a huge hop. And Mumford has the football back. And boy, Coach Calhoun has pulled out every trick in the book, and this is going to be a huge coaching point for Coach. Win or lose, I mean, Dennis is going to have a whole lot of points to point out to his ball club between now and the trip to Florida. 49-35 Mumford. They have recovered 2 onside kicks tonight. The first one they drove down inside the Woodford County 10 to open the ball game and were turned away. This one, we'll see what happens next. And boy, there's going to be plenty of film going around on this Woodford County defense about running and misdirection stuff. Starks running right. Gilliam on the tackle. Gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7 for Munford, but 9:40 now. The clock becomes Woodford County's enemy. A 2-touchdown lead and the football after an onside kick. This they run it to the right. Starks slides through a hole, gets down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Going to give him the 37, so it's 3rd and 2. 9 minutes to play in the ball game. Tackett gets credit for the tackle, and I'm telling you, this is one of these games that you get an out-of-state team, you don't know anything about them, you get film on them, but you're sitting here trying to figure out this offense, and it has really caused Woodford County some major problems tonight. They give it off on the misdirection to Turnage. Big hole, 1st down and more for the Cougars senior. Turnage back in. I don't know, he's limping, but I tell you what, he's not the biggest stature in the world, but he's runs extremely hard. It's 1st and 10 for Mumford from the Woodford County 25. This defense has been on the field a long time in this second half. Now Woodford County has all 11 players within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So now you got to watch for somebody leaking out again. Starks gets a yard. 2nd down and 9. But this right now is immaterial to Mumford. They're just bleeding that clock away. 7:45 and the clock moving. This second half has just been all Mumford. Now, Woodford County's had some good things happen offensively, but they have also turned the ball over twice this half. And both those turnovers have led to Mumford touchdowns. And they are bleeding this clock down to 7:05 to play in the game. That Starks around the right corner. The hold coming in from behind the play, so it's going to come back, but it will give Mumford more time to run this clock out. And this is one of these offenses that there are so many different options off of the direct snap. The player that gets the direct snap can run the football himself. He can hand it off to somebody. They can do a double handoff. They can do a reverse. They've showed they can throw the ball out of it. It is so many different things that you can do, and it's all misdirection. It'll be second down and 19 after the hold.
Loss of 10 due to the penalty. It brings up second down 20.
Turnage still living. Still doesn't look 100%. But out there playing nonetheless. They give it off to him on the misdirection. Woodford County has him around the ankles. He gets a yard. It'll be third and long now, but we're headed towards the 6-minute timeout, or timeout Woodford County. Dennis deciding to use a timeout. That's their first of the second half. Each team now has 2. It has been one of these nights where going into the locker room, Mo was on one side, and it looked like he may have changed uniforms before the turnover leading into touchdowns. We have any more scores, Eric, from around the state?
If you've got ticket 327. Who's got 327?
It is now gone into the 8th inning. Bryan Station leads over Ballard 8-3. Boyle County leads late 21-20 over Highlands. At 20-7 now. Lexington Catholic has outscored Great Crossing in the second half, 14-0. Scott County running up the score on PRP, 55-zip. How about Anderson County? I don't know who they're playing.
All right, you all, it's third down.
Third down and about 17 for
Come on, y'all, get on your feet.
the Cougars.
Make your noise. Let's go.
6:19 to play. Woodford County's defense needs to come up with a stop. And now they're going to say offsides, Woodford County.
Flag on the play. Neutral zone infraction against the
So now it's 3rd and 17. Makes it a little bit easier first down mark for
Let's start again. Come on.
Woodford County. Really struggling to stop this offense of the Cougars. And again, I've never seen a team run this offense in 25 years, but I have not seen anybody run it as well as this ball club does. They give it off to Turnage, running right. He's in the hole, still battling, and he'll get inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. So it'll be 4th and 7 for the Cougars. Jackson Irvin in on the tackle for the Jackets, but we are under 6 minutes to play in this one, and Woodford County needing 2 scores to even get even.
It's going to bring up fourth down and 8.
It was Blazer 41-6 over East Jessamine. It's a long trip for East Jessamine to make up to the northeastern part of the state. 10 seconds. Looks like Munford might call a timeout. They will. Well, I knew Coach Calhoun had some tricks up his sleeve. He said, I just hope we can go out here and compete. It was, let's see here. Talking about a mighty program that has really gone down. That's Frankfort High. They lose tonight in Bardstown to Bethlehem, 55-0. Trying to look and see Covenant Catholic beats Dixie Heights 49-7. It's really all the games of interest, other than maybe the Collins game. If we can get that one here in a minute, I don't know. 4th and about 8. And they're going to try a field goal with Sikora on to kick the field goal. They are 0 of 1 on field goal attempts. Sikora from 40 yards out, just inside the right hash. Kick is up, and it's going to be wide right and not have a chance. It'll be Woodford County ball, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, trailing 49-35. But Woodford has really got to score points here right now in a hurry. This has been one of those nights that have been a tale of two halves. I mean, you hear announcers say that, and you're going, yeah, right. Well, it has, because the first half, Woodford County did a really good job of controlling the MUNFORD offense. They gave up 19 points, but they really did a nice job of not giving up the explosive play. Second half, not so much. They throw to Grayson Hodge out here. He gets up over the 35, will get a first down to about the 38-yard line. Gain of 18. It'll be 1st and 10 Woodford County. The only blemish on this Woodford County offense tonight has been the 3 turnovers. MUNFORD has not turned it over. They have turned it over on the – no, what are they doing? Something happened to the ball. I don't see what happened. They stopped the play, and 5 minutes to go. Woodford County trailing 49-35. Coons back to throw, looking, and he throws it away, but there was nobody there. And it looked like Grayson Hodge just got bear hugged with it. I think they were expecting him to do a dig from one side of the field to the other, and the back judge, I don't know what he was looking at, crossed right in his face, and it looked like DeQuavion Bell just grabbed him as he went by. 2nd down and 10. Coons hit as he throws. Throws out here behind Rytar, incomplete. 3rd and 10. Wholesale substitutions for MUNFORD. And it's 3rd and 10 with 4:48 to play. Woodford still has 2 timeouts remaining, but they have got to get the ball down the field and score here. Man coverage on the outside. The free safety coming to the middle of the field now. Throws out here to Jalen Johnson. It'll be 4th down and about 3. Got him at the 45. They are not giving anything deep. It'll be 4th down and 3 for Woodford. They need the 47. I'm sorry, the 48. 4:28, the clock moving. And they wind the clock at 4:28. He waved it on. It's the white hat. Don't talk to us. Talk to the white hat. Got the Woodford County coaches arguing with us and the PA guys. It's not us. I mean, it's the white hat waving it. It was incomplete, and Woodford County turns it over on downs. So Woodford County has turned it over on downs, 4:13 to play in the ball game, and they trail 49-35. And that's, here's the, we have so much going on up here in the booth. You know, we have other things we do, but we also have the coaches coming out getting on us. It's not us. The white hat was winding the clock. That is, I think that's Turnage. Nope, that's Starks, the ball carrier. Justin Perez playing defense now for Woodford County. You don't see him much on defense. So Woodford County looks like they're going to lose their first game of the year here on their home turf. (49-35), and it has been all Mumford here in the second half. There goes Starks again. Woodford County trying to rake at the football, and he carries them down. I will bet you anything Mumford has run for over 450 yards tonight. Deontay Johnson, the first one there, but Woodford trying to rake at the football and just, you know, that's what Mumford's done all night long is taking care of the ball. They have not turned it over. And Woodford County's turned it over 3 times tonight. And that's going to be the difference in the ball game. Ball security, not taking it, and then also making sure that you don't have penalties. Woodford's cut down on the penalties tonight. So that's a good sign. But Mumford they've also recovered 2 onside kickoffs. The first one didn't lead to anything. They did get inside the Woodford County 15, but turned it over on downs. Woodford County then gave up one here in the fourth quarter. Mumford was able to take that down and score. Starks the ball carrier, 2:20 to play. Kingston Dumas on the tackle for the Jackets, but the clock continues to move at 2:10. The 21-yard line for Woodford County's defense, but this Mumford offense has been clicking on all cylinders in the second half. They have thrown, I believe, 6 passes tonight. That is double the amount of passes they've thrown coming into tonight's ball game. Starks running left, dropped to the line of scrimmage. Josiah McKee, first time we've called his name tonight on a stop. But it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Mumford, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is down to 1:10 to play, and truthfully, Mumford can almost run this clock out because it doesn't look like Woodford's going to use their final 2 timeouts. 3rd down and 6. Under a minute to play for Mumford. They're going to come up here and go back home with a 2-touchdown victory, it looks like, over Woodford County. Yellow Jackets Starks the ball carrier. Gets down inside the 15. He has the first down. Still dragging people with him. Nobody helping out Jackson Irvin. He's got the first down, and with 29.4, you can stick it in the Mumford win column. They got an offensive lineman either cramping up or has an ankle issue. Don't know which one that is, but he's shaking it off. Going to stay in the huddle. And Woodford County will move to 3-1 on the season as they have Mumford come to town and knock off the Yellow Jackets 49-35 here in Versailles. And that, I mean, there is no marking this down. This is a game where Woodford County did exactly what they wanted the first half. The second half, there was a turnover leading into the locker room at the end of the first half, which Woodford gave Yeah, well, they could have gone up with another touchdown. Could have gone up 9. Literally put themselves in a hole. And then you have Munford come out in the second half and score 30 points in the second half against Woodford County. Woodford County only able to tally 14, and they fall tonight here at home to the Cougars of Munford by a final score of 49-35. It has been a night that I'm sure Woodford County fans would not like to remember. It is one that Coach Dennis Johnson will be able to use as a teaching tool for his ball club, but it doesn't get any easier. Next Friday night, it will be in Florida, Orlando, Florida to be exact, Disneyland, and they will be taking on the Tigers of Heritage Palm Beach. So it doesn't get any easier from here. The Jackets, I think, really missed the second half. I mean, although I think Aiden Powell and Ryan Brown did a nice job at the running back position, I think they did miss Darian Tomlin something awful on the offensive side of the football after he went down with an injury. Good to see him. He is jogging off the field under his own power. I just think it was a precautionary measure from the coaching staff along with the training staff for Woodford County to keep him out, knowing that they have another game next week that's non-district, but they also have a week off before they head into district play in the first Friday in October. But congratulations to the Cougars of Munford High School. Very impressive ball club coming up here. They had 43 guys on the play roster that came up here, and I think Coach Calhoun learned from his former high school coach, Tom Larkey, in really pulling out the stops of getting some situations where they're going to get Coach Calhoun with the ice bucket. And I think that might be a milestone win for him, too. I think he's been down there 5 years, and I think this is his 50th win. I think that's what they were telling me or something. But anyway, big win for the Cougars of Munford High School tonight here in Versailles. Woodford County just couldn't get anything done in the second half, and they could not get off the field defensively and stop the Cougars' offense. And it is an offense that you do not see. Well, you really don't see it anymore at all. It is an offense that a lot of people have forgotten about it, but it also shows me and shows Woodford County, if you can run the football, you can win football games at the high school level. If you can't stop the run, you're going to have a tough time stopping anybody, and you're going to have a tough time winning ball games because they're going to shorten the game. They're also going to wear your team down, and I think that's what happened to the Woodford County defense. They absolutely wore them down with a lot of physicality up front and a lot of misdirection and a lot of sleight of hand. And then, of course, pulling out the plays to throw the football. They were 6 of 6 throwing the football tonight. 9 of 9 on the year throwing the football. And I'm telling you, they are going to be a team to reckon with in their classification down there. Don't know who all's in their classification, but I'm telling you, that is an offense when it is clicking and doing the things they were doing tonight offensively. It is an offense that is something to see and behold. And it's old school football. It's not pretty, it's not flashy, and it's not an offense that you want to see every day because you know why? It turns the ball around. They're sleight of hand. They do a lot of different stuff. And I'm telling you, it is an offense when it is going like it did tonight and got the momentum in the second half. It is an absolute beauty thing to watch if you are a fan of that football team. And I tell you, Munford is a good football team. And I look forward to my trip down there in Tennessee next year as we return the favor going down to Munford down there in Tennessee. Well, we'll be back. We will not be on the air next Friday night because I will not be making the trip to Florida. I apologize for that, but we will be back on the air the first week of October. There's nothing I can do about it, folks. It's just the way it goes. I can't make the trip to Florida, so we won't be doing that game. It may be a video stream. If it is, check my either my YouTube channel out or my Facebook page. I will let you know whether or not it's going to be video streamed, you can find the video stream. So that is on us as far as that's concerned. The 26th, no ball game. We're on the bye week. And then come calling the South Oldham Dragons here the first Friday in October. Please be out here Friday night on that first week of October so you can cheer on your Yellow Jackets in their opening district game. Well, Woodford County High School football has been brought to you by the Woodford County Public School System, where kids win. UK Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Get back in the game quickly, just like the Wildcats. Jack Kane Ford, where service isn't lip service, is practiced every day. Carroll Floor Covering, all your flooring needs under one roof. Lexington Clinic, Woodford Family Physicians, hometown care for every member of your family. Ricardo's Restaurant, great food, great service, and reasonable every time. Falling Springs Recreation Center, fun, fitness, and family, all under one roof. Family Wealth Group, wealth management designed to last. Dairy Queen, happy tastes good. Dough Daddy's, your friendly neighborhood donut shop. Collision Masters of Lexington, making your day better is our family's business. Kentucky Gym, come get fit with old school vibe. Little Mozart Piano Academy, where dreams take flight. Worsh House, let us do the dirty work. And by the Woodford County Judge Executive James Kay, just joining me on color tonight, and Eric Tippett on the camera tonight. We appreciate him joining me tonight doing that. Again, we want to thank the folks from down there in Munford joining us tonight, and appreciate you guys promoting it on your all's Facebook page. We really do. And I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I know you did, because your ball club wins tonight here in Versailles over Woodford County by a final score of 49-35. Until the first weekend of October, I'll see you then. So long from Versailles.